flexed in a bodybuilding contest. Bank account look like Genghis Khan's war chest. All the gorgeous horns for the foreheads on my lap. We can work it out, you get more reps. It's a short bet, fast as a Corvette. Asking for the long term, hit him with a short text. K, up and away, what you want me to say? Fucking out, feet to say. Leave it to the people with the swag of a meter maid. Weatherman told you that I'm coming with the heat today. Ha, over the top, my crew get WC, our own stock. Since inception, hoes wanna jock, but in the end, all of us are focused on the top. I've been through it, used to struggle, kept it moving, Cupid shuffle. I don't mean to brag about it, nothing that I do is subtle. Oops, you in trouble, left the booth reduced to rubble. Get up when I trip and stumble, quick reminder, bitch, be humble.
I've been through it, used to struggle, kept it moving, Cupid shuffle. I don't mean to brag about it, nothing that I do is subtle. Oops, you in trouble, left the booth reduced to rubble. Get up when I trip and stumble, quick reminder, bitch, be humble.
Game. Run around town, I speak slang. Run around wild, I'm coming down, looking out, look at my fresh. You don't wanna bump my shit, no stress. I've been doping, I stay needed. 1, 2, 3, 4 phones stay beeping. You ain't gotta like me speaking, cause I know I'm such a heathen. I'm floating through the deep end. I stay up late and sleeping. I bake more cake and cut big steak. I'm super great, I'm the man. He want to hate, but he can't. He see me skating.
Now we are live.
Nice.
Nice. Only a slight error in my part. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Dice. I'm here with Ray Stans. Welcome, Ray Stans, to the show.
Hey, Dice. Thanks for having me on this evening.
How are you doing this month of April, Ray Stans?
April's off to a decent start.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. No problems, no complaints, getting things done,
Getting things done is always a blessing.
Staying hydrated.
I don't know about that. Haven't quite got to that point in my life yet, but I'm working on it.
It's priority number one.
In whose world? Yours?
It should be everybody's. It improves your mood, makes you feel better. I mean, I got a big cup of ice water right here.
I feel like that's a rumor. But I agree. I think I should probably be better about hydrating. So I do have not water, but I have some Minute Maid tropical punch.
Might be a little sugary, but it's still hydration.
I love sugar. It's like my weakest, what is that, kryptonite? It's like my weakness.
Yeah, it's your indulgence. You got to have something in life.
Yeah. How was your April Fool? Hey, April Fool, any good pranks happen on your end, or pretty much routine?
Actually, I did send you that one reel on IG from Blue Flame here in Atlanta, and I sent it because initially I thought it was real. I was like, "Oh, look at this!" I was like, "I'm gonna go work there," and then I realized it was posted on April Fools. So they said it was a Torkin workstation they were putting in. So that sounds kind of cool. Wi-Fi. Some work support things around you, and be at the Blue Flame or Magic City. It was not Blue Flame. Those are both the clubs here.
I feel like that would actually go over well at Magic City. I can't see why they wouldn't actually do something like that.
We've even talked about this on stream, or you guys have, but at least in Atlanta, a lot of the strip clubs are known for good food. Like, people go there primarily to eat.
Yeah, they have very good chicken wings. Go there for the wings, Ray, not for the twerking.
Lemon pepper wet for sure.
Pal World dropped a freaky dating sim. Tell me more about this, Jacob, because I know several people who, including yourself, are addicted to Pal World. Who are you dating? Is it other people? Is it the pals that you're supposed to be capturing? I'd guess at this point, go look on the Steam page. All right. Put that on my to-do list for tonight's stream. We're going to check out whatever the pals and people. I don't know that I didn't expect Pal World to dive into bestiality, but here we are.
What's Pal World like? I've heard good things about it.
It's like Pokemon, but not Pokemon. And you can also, I call it slavery, but you can also capture people.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like same as Pokemon. You throw a ball at an animal, you catch it, you can put it to work on your I guess your residence, and build buildings and structures, and you can take them out and go capture other pals or people.
Ashamed to say I'm intrigued. That was the reaction that I had to what you just told me. I was like, oh, okay.
I said the exact same thing upon hearing this described to me. Is like, oh, and you can also catch people. I'm like, oh, tell me more. Is that a bug or is that a feature? Is I believe is my first question.
I gotta try it. So many games I gotta try.
How many games do you have in your Steam that you wager are unplayed?
I don't have Steam.
Oh, that's right. You got a Mac. I think they still have Steam on there, but
no, they do. They do. I got to. I was gonna try Minecraft. I tried Minecraft Mobile, but I couldn't. I got to do a tutorial or something.
I heard Nick Bonin has been contaminating the community with various games and applications.
Nick said, "Hey, download the mobile version," and I downloaded it, paid $7, and he's like, "Ah, this sucks. I'm going back to desktop."
Hey, I've had similar experience. I forgot what we were playing, the Chained Together in the back rooms, and we were playing with Brit and Rogue, and we got so frustrated at each other that Nick eventually just rage quit in the middle of us trying to complete a level. So I was like, oh, guess that's over. All right, but normal course of business, we listen to music from the community. Bird is not here. He's doing bird things, so Ray kindly stepped in, trying to change the...
Nikki's stranded, right?
I believe Nikki's stranded somewhere in Oregon. I think is it snowing up there? Is it snowing, Jacob, or is it just Oregoning? Just after the word. Either way, Nikki's not here either. But we're trying to do something a little bit different. We've been having like 5-6 hour shows lately, so trying to figure out the best way of streamlining our operations. I say operations in air quotes. So we did the free submissions on Sunday, this past Sunday, and we're trying to do subscribers or tips if you want to listen tonight. So we'll see what hijinks we get into. But thank you, Ray, for jumping in the co-host seat.
My pleasure.
So if you are in the chat, you'll notice this new little application that we have here. So we found, well, I say we give Nick his credit. Nick was out here submitting his songs to other streamers, and we noticed that this guy we stumbled upon had this cool little application where it was basically designed for exactly what we do. So a little bit different, but the same. Still submitting songs, listening to it, and then giving it a rating. So we'll give it a rating 1 through 10. The only difference is you'll see attached at the top of the chat there is a link to get to this queue, and if you want to add your songs to it, you can submit a song, and it'll just ask you what your name is, your email, and then you can drop a link or upload a file. If you want to skip the line, you can do so here. Price is $5. If you want to super skip, which is now an option, you can pay $10 and you can be very, very, very next. So no longer do I have to juggle mentally who is next. It will tell me automatically. And the people that you see here, they had already posted in the Discord, so I just added these manually myself. So that's what we're doing. Midwest storm gonna flight got delayed. Oh yeah. And it's been windy a lot for spring this year. Has it been windy in Atlanta?
It has been. Yeah. It has.
Yeah, we've had like tornado and hurricane scale winds with no hurricanes or tornadoes for the last month and a half, I'd say.
Yeah, we did have a tornado warning one evening, but then we got lucky. It kind of just moved away. Didn't really come over here. Have you ever been through a tornado? No, I haven't. I hope to never experience that. It looks terrifying. Soft. I don't know, man. Have you? Have you been through one? I've had to. I was at work one time and we had to go into lockdown mode and file everybody into the designated tornado shelters in the building while it just kind of like passed over our parking lot. Damn. Could you hear it outside? Was it loud?
Oh yeah, it's like a train.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, the rumors are true. Tornado sounds like a train. It sounds like a train. Yeah, it just kind of blew over. It didn't damage our property that time. It did tear up some buildings nearby, but it was an experience, I would say.
What does that? Never been through an earthquake. Never. Plenty of hurricanes.
Yeah, hurricanes. Been through that. I don't know how I feel about earthquakes. I don't know how I would feel if the earth just started shaking underneath me.
That shit looks scary as fuck. Do you see those people in wherever the earthquake was? Yeah, but they were like in the pools on the roof of the building, and like I think one guy actually like went off the roof like in a wave from one of the pools. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I can deal with hurricanes, tornadoes. I can deal with the earth shaking if I find the right coverage. The one thing that I don't think I would ever be prepared for is sinkholes.
Oh yeah, and that's that shit. There's no predicting that either. Like it's just like, boop, and you're gone.
Yeah, there was a sinkhole that opened up in Korea. I don't know if you saw that video, but there was a guy who was on like one of those mopeds. There was a car in front of him. The sinkhole opened up right as the car was kind of going over, so the car got like launched into the air, but the guy fell into the sinkhole, but they couldn't rescue him in time. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, it was another guy in Florida. A sinkhole opened up under his house, right under his bed. He fell in there. I don't know if they ever even recovered him.
I don't think they did. I remember that. Yeah, I don't think they ever found him.
Bro, that's crazy. Like,
yeah, I can deal with any other natural disasters, but probably not sinkholes or pits of fire.
Does sinkhole qualify as a natural disaster, or is it just like a phenomenon? Because it's not really not like a widespread, disaster.
I would think so. I mean, I think it can occur naturally with just underground water. Enough water erodes the.
No, yeah, for sure, it's natural. But I just didn't know if it qualified as like natural disaster, like the same way a hurricane or a tornado was.
Yeah, I feel like sinkholes need more respect. I feel like people don't think about them until they actually like see them on the news or they experience it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's up there, top 3 natural disasters.
Lightning storms. I was on top of a mountain one time when a lightning storm came, and that shit was terrifying because there's nowhere to hide.
The first question I got to ask you is, why are you Caucasians on top of a mountain?
You know how we do. I mean, it was exactly what you think. It was exactly what you think. It was like, oh, let's go hiking in the Rocky Mountains today. Well, there might be some weather. Well, we'll be okay. Maybe it won't be a storm. It's not like the people who work here know what happens when weather comes in.
Yeah, you'll be fine. It's little clouds. It's mountains. You'll be above them, right?
Running for that tree line, man. Oh my God.
That's crazy, man. All right. Well, let's get to some music. We got people waiting. Again, different queue, same deal. There's a link posted at the top of the chat. If you want to submit something, just ask that you go in there, drop it in there. If you do happen to drop something in the Discord, let me know. Also, FYI, we are doing. Damn, I got to talk to Bird about this. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Fuck it. We'll do it whatever the hell I want to do today. Freestyle, gunshots. Let's get going.
I like it.
First up in the queue is Noir. This is called Ha 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 from his upcoming project with Femi Aishola. Rough mix, but overall feedback appreciated. All right, let's take a listen.
Okay. Niggas ain't hating, niggas ain't hate, but a nigga can't help but ha. Okay. Chase that money, ain't shit funny, but a nigga can't help but ha. You ain't never seen souffle like this. 5-star John in a whip said she ain't never spent Tuesday like this. I say ha, Miss Girl, okay, I don't know who you try to convince. Either way, I changed your life. Yesterday you broke, today you rich. Pop out for the one time with the gang, but don't say hi, don't come my way. This shit'll get turned real quick. Stampede your face, get stomped by Jays. How you book me a show, then play with my money? Motherfucker better run that pay. Silly you must be new, you must not know we from that way. Don't get it misconstrued, we own that. Yeah, bitch, on gangbang. Never did push pack, but I assure you I still got dope. Ain't none of this gateway. Gon' hit like freight train. Matter of fact, hit like A train. Come watch me run through these bodies. It ain't no problem to fuck up the party, little bitch. I'm the Joker. I pull up with Harley. We laugh at these hoes like ha ha ha. Okay. Niggas ain't hating, niggas ain't hate, but a nigga can't help but ha ha ha. Okay. Chase that money, ain't shit funny, but a nigga can't help but ha ha ha. Okay. Niggas ain't hating, I swear, but a nigga can't help but ha ha ha. Lately feel like been an uptick with the comics. Some of y'all rush, put too much trust in the process. Low cook nigga, this a pot roast. Smoke too much, y'all need to let some of this pot rest. Moving like the Spanish on a conquest. What's a Ku Klux to a panther? Worry about the wrong shit, need to get rid of that dandruff. Need to quit butting my shoulders, need to quit spilling my Fanta. Nosy all up in my business, no we can't get it in tandem. No I ain't into this stand up. Oh nah. Everybody rap, everybody cold, everybody tryna get on, get old. No Bill Burr, this comedy go. Guess everybody in on a joke. Ha ha ha. Okay. Niggas ain't hating, niggas ain't hate, but a nigga can't help but ha ha ha. Okay. Chase that money, ain't shit funny, but a nigga can't help but ha ha ha. Yeah. Ha ha ha.
Is that it? I guess that was it. Okay, that was Femi Aishola with Ha Ha Ha, produced by Noir. What'd you think, Ray?
Before we get into it, I forgot I wanted to shout out Rydenro in the chat. I haven't seen him around in a while, so dope to see him here. What's up, Rydenro?
Shout out to Rydenro.
Man, I really like that. The beat, at least as of a few months ago, I don't know if I'm still on those like Isaiah Rashad type beats like I was, but like, you know me, that's all I was sending for like 2 months, right? It was just like, hey, here's another one. So, that style, I'm partial to, so I probably have a little bit of bias. Thought it was awesome. Thought the beat was awesome. Thought the artist was awesome. Love the flow, love the writing, love the presence. I agree with Jacob in the chat, right? It's floating on. It just felt really comfortable. Yeah, my only complaint, I think, was just like that one moment about 2/3 of the way through, there was some empty space and then the long outro. So maybe they're going to figure that out in mixing or just like fade it out or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they're going to address that. I'm going to imagine it as a finished track, and I think I'm going to go 9.5.
9.5. Okay. Starting the night out on top of the mountain where the lightning strikes. Okay. Yeah, I liked it. He was definitely doing his thing on the beat. Dope beat from Noir as usual. Shout out Jiggy J. Thank you for the tip. But yeah, it's super solid beat from Noir. No issues with the beat. I did hear a little bit of like, I don't know whether it was background noise or just mouth noises in the vocals, but considering this is a work in progress, I figured that stuff is going to get cleaned up. And then, like you said, the hook works, but there's like this emptiness to it, kind of when it comes in and when it goes out, that it makes you kind of wonder, like, okay, well, what's going on here between the verses? But the hook itself is solid, and then just the outro, it just like kind of confusion of like, is there going to be a third verse or is this the end? It seemed like there was like an excess of like almost 50 seconds at the end of it. So hopefully they clean that up, but he says it's a rough mix. So like you, I'm not tripping over it. I don't know if I'm 9.5, but I'm definitely like,
Gotta be a 9.
it don't gotta be a 9. Come on. Don't put pressure on me. I'm definitely at an 8. Definitely at 8. 8.5.
Wow. Okay.
8.5. 8.5 is where I'm at. So solid entry to start out tonight. It's only downhill from here, folks. So hope you guys keep them coming. Give it a star. I like that.
Oh, you can star the tracks you like, but you don't have to give them all stars?
Nah, I'm not giving everybody stars. Come on, man. What do you think I am, Bird?
Of course not.
All right, next up, Jiggy J submitted something. This is called D Rose. Let's see what we got here. Wait. We switch to this. All right, this is 2 Ton Freestyle by Jiggy J. Thank you for the tip. Appreciate you. Let's take a listen.
Got some is that in the beat? That like ticking?
I don't hear it.
Jamming, won't name too romantic. Won't blow up, or soda, popping baby soda. Bottle lady, I think she fucked me over. Good one. One shot with the stick, 2 clocks make a fit. Slide, double motion got me sick. Picking, checking hits. Slide, trapping, no love in the mix. Loving and doving the shit. Stugging, no hugging, no chick. Trap, no lock, there's a twist. Mr. Smith, Mr. Listen, here. Linebacker, make you die backward.
Yeah, there's some kind of like wouldn't call it static.
That fix it.
Much worse.
Hold on. Let me do this then.
Wouldn't quite call it static, but it was like
Crackling effect.
yeah, maybe like a crackle would be the right word. Chat, please give us the right word for what we were hearing.
Let me try resharing. Let me do this.
Augie says 8-bit machine gun.
Now. Still. Huh. All right, SoundCloud. What have you done? I'm done with my day job, but now I have to. Yeah, if you want to send the file.
Yeah. Shout out Wine and Diane J in the chat. Track sounds nice. Looking forward to hearing it without the static.
Yeah, it sucks because on my end, it sounds fine. So I have to basically go off of co-host and then the chat's reaction to figure out if something's wrong with the stream. All right. Worst case scenario. We have ways around this. All right. Where are you going to send the file? Send it to, if you want to put it in the, where we have the March feedback queue, I can grab it from there. While we wait for Jiggy J to do that. Anybody have any other interesting April Fool's things that y'all encountered?
Do you like to play pranks on people on April Fools? Do you go out of your way to do anything like or no?
I like to play pranks on people 365 days out of the year.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Why wait for one day?
Why wait for April 1st, right?
Every other day is perfectly good day to prank somebody.
Yeah, perfectly fine, perfectly normal.
What's one of the worst or most like extreme pranks you've ever pulled on somebody or been involved with?
One time at a previous job, my buddy, he left his, so in healthcare and IT, there's this governance that you should lock your computer when you walk away from your computer. And
Nobody
if you don't,
ever does.
yeah, nobody ever does. So, but it was supposed to be like really enforced. So if you left your computer open, my buddy happened to do that one day, jump in, go to his Outlook, and I send everybody in our team an email says, yeah, lunch is on me today. Just let me know what you want. So he got like 20 orders of people's lunch wishes and everybody saying thank you, even some people from nearby departments who overheard what was going on. So, and then we locked his computer and changed his password. So
that's good too.
Yeah, so it took him a while to figure out how to get back in his computer. We're like, oh, that's why you should lock your computer. Then when he got in and he started looking at all the emails that he was getting back, he's like, why is everybody telling me their lunch orders? And we're like, oh, maybe you should check your sent mailbox and see what you told them. So yeah.
I don't know if you can still do it in Windows, in the newer versions of Windows, but it used to be like along those same lines, right? You got access to a computer you really shouldn't normally. There was a keystroke and you would just flip the monitor, the display like upside down.
Another good one is that you can take you used to be able to take like a screenshot of their desktop.
Yeah. That's a great one. Nothing's funnier than watching people try to double click icons and nothing is happening. And they're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Classic IT hijinks.
In college, I sent my roommate a message on AOL Instant Messenger. And I said, your computer's been hacked. And next time you restart it, all your files will be deleted. And he just believed that at face value. And he came running to me and was like, oh my God. It's like, I couldn't even keep it going. And I was like, dude, that was me. Like, why would you believe that?
Yeah, that's wild. Wine and Dine J, did you tell me what you did and we'll get this figured out.
We need to hear from the chat about pranks. I want to hear about somebody who like blew some shit up or did something really crazy.
I don't know. Our chat seems pretty tame. I don't think that they're about that life.
I feel like Jacob could probably concoct a really elaborate prank.
I think he could.
I know that he has, but I think that he'd come up with a good one.
Link on the top of the chat. You put it in there? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can figure out. Do this, Wine and Dine. Are you on our Discord? If not, join our Discord here. Boom, boom, boom.
R.I.P. Val Kilmer. Shout out Augie saying he told people he died, but then he actually did die.
Oh wait, here we go. I got it. Jiggy J, got it. Never mind. Don't join our Discord. No, I'm just kidding. Join our Discord.
Please
All
do.
right.
Please do, so we can harass you with moderation concerns in the lounge.
Yeah, please give us feedback, everybody, on how you feel about the lounge. All right, here is Wine and Dine J, aka Jiggy J. Here's 2 Ton. Let me know if this sounds better. Good.
Trap jam, don't panic, keep on jamming, won't name too romantic. Won't blow up, or soda, poppin' baby soda. Bottle lady, I think she fucked me over. Good one. One shot with the stick, 2 clocks make a fit. Slide, double motion got me sick. Picking, checking hits. Slide, trapping, no love in the mix. Loving and doving the shit. Stugging, no hugging, no chick. Trap, no lock, there's a twist. Mr. Smith, Mr. Whistle, he up. Linebacker, make you die backwards. Mr. Smith and Wesson, mother, get jiggy, we got more than 50, we get dizzy, I get jiggy up, there's no feelings, wasted these faces, cold cases, got you looking dumb, silly beat body, beat the body, beat, hot body heat, make it band fake, Mr. Gold, don't say sorry, G, make amends, no apology, alright, make it real, no monopoly, money sitting still, that's some problem, B, what's up? Billions, ain't no stopping me, ain't no stopping me, dawg. Billions, ain't no stopping me. Ain't no stopping me, dawg. That's a vibe, yeah, that's great. That's a vibe, yeah, that's great. Mr. Wesson, Trap jam, don't panic, keep on jamming, won't name it, too romantic. Won't blow up, or soda, poppin' baby soda. Bottle lady, I think she fucked me over. She still coming over. Witness Jehovah, she be standing at the door like. That's a vibe, yeah, that's great. That's a vibe, yeah,
that's great. Anything on the outro?
Sorry, I'm sick of coughing. I'm not even muted.
Yeah, you're fine. Nothing like a little. All right, that was Jiggy J with 2 Ton. I like this track. I like the bounce of the beat a lot. I think you had a good presence. The one thing that I would say I wanted a little bit more out of is a little bit um, more energy and like more ad libs on it. I feel like with this style of beat and this style of track, you can kind of like go a little bit crazier in the ad lib department and just have those things kind of bouncing around, maybe pan it left to right in people's ears. Just give people like some ear candy and effects that keep them like engaged and invested, because you got a really up tempo beat, so it's going to get people moving around. But I still think your presence is solid. And probably the only other thing that I would maybe tweak from a mixing perspective is make it sound a little bit brighter. It did sound not muffled, but it did sound kind of like heavier on the low end. So I would probably cut out a little bit more of the lows out of the vocals and make it brighter in the high ends, just to kind of stand out. And I typically do that over beats that have like a very hard 808 or heavy on the bass side, just to make the vocals pop out a little bit more on top of the beat. But overall, I think it's a solid track. I give it a 7.
Yeah, I don't have much to add to that. I had the same thought. Solid beat, good bounce, great vibe. It's definitely nodding my head. There was moments where like kind of came out of the lyricism and was just kind of ad-libbing and repeating something. The prevailing thought I was having was get more creative with the mix, add the double, add some reverb or something. I don't know, play around with that. What else? Yeah, just that there were those moments where it kind of felt like it came off the accelerator a little bit, like when there wasn't as much like lyrical stuff going on and maybe just a couple of words being said or the ad lib. So do with that what you will. I gotta go. I was gonna go 7.5.
Okay. Yeah. Good shit, Jiggy J. 2 strong songs to start the night. Where do we go from here, chat? Where do we go? I did see what Jacob said about it wasn't a prank, but it was definitely, I don't know what you would call that. Have you ever been around somebody who just killed the bathroom so bad that you just evict them from the crew?
Well, this doesn't sound like this one was in a bathroom, the one that he said, but no, you can't ostracize somebody just because they had a extremely bad shit. But, yeah, you just clown them for a while. Bro, what are you, sick?
Need some Pepto, bro?
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Keeper with Greener. Note. Okay. Shout out Keeper.
Greener on the other side.
They say the grass is so green, but lately all I ever do is stare at the ceiling and think about you and me. I try to tell you I love you, but I didn't know what real love means. Baby, I just want your company. Baby, do you really trust me? Baby, tell me that you love me, because I love you. And I know what that really means now, because I lost you. I lost you, lost you, I lost you, lost you. I've been without you for days now. Baby, please tell me that you want me back, and I know that we can make this work out. Lately I've been so stressed out, and I know that you just wanna see the best of me. Baby, that's when you're with me. You are my everything. You are my everything. My everything. My everything. My everything. My
Okay. That was Keeper with Greener. Intro, interlude type deal. What did you think of that one, Ray?
I liked it. I liked the vibe. I liked the concept and the vision. One thought I was having was like, in the beat, that sort of persistent like synth organ that was going on the whole time was kind of competing with the vocals, and I wouldn't know how to suggest if you can mix that and fix that. I think it's just going to be like that in any case. But I like the vibe, like the beat. The competition thing. There was one ad lib that sounded a little bit off key. I don't know if you caught that. It was like maybe a quarter of the way in. I thought something just caught my ear, a little bit funny. I may be wrong about that, but it definitely caught my ear, stood out. Kind of a short track, right? 136, I guess, consider it. I'm just going to consider it as an interlude. I mean, I'll knock half a point off for sort of under the limit. I'm going to go 7 on this one.
That's right. We freestyle it here. I like it. He's pretty consistent with the tracks that I've heard. Always pretty solid vocally. I think the one thing that I would probably wanted a little bit more of is some more reverb, actually. Like I wanted to hear it kind of like vibrate in my ears a little bit with some echoes, and I feel like this was kind of just on the nose, just straight up mix. So I would think that a little bit more reverb, some more vocal effects would go a long way on something that's kind of short like this, interlude wise. Man, I don't know. I like it overall though. It works as like kind of like a short little in between thing. I'll give it a 7 as well.
Shout out Gray Baby in the chat. Shout out All Savant, who can't find the correct Nero link right now.
It's okay. He probably was looking at the one in the Discord, which I had to change. So that's okay if you have slight confusion. We're doing this on the fly. Thank you, Sir Chris, for gladly pointing that out. The shout out keeper. Yeah, shout out Gray Baby. All right. How do I want to do this? Producer Bird has several tracks here. Typically, we just do one per person at a time until you gift. Kind of doing a little bit open-ended. I'm going to play one of these, and then we're going to skip to some of the other folks. That way, we can listen to those, and then we'll circle back to whatever the rest. Producer Bird here. I don't have any context here, Ray. All I have is song 1, song 2, and song 3. So I'm going to leave this up to you to decide our fate on these. Producer Bird. Gray Baby says do the middle one.
Let's go with Gray Baby's choice.
Okay. All right. We'll do the middle one, which is song 3. This is Merc, Bird, and N2D. What the hell? Come on. Yep. Shit ain't working.
Oh, the app's tripping.
The app's tripping. We're doing song 2. Fuck it.
Take away the pain. Run away, no running from the change. Live now, the past is not today. Life hits, nothing left to say. Dark thoughts, take them to the grave. Take the dreams, chase the things you crave. Be proud, the lions that you tame. Life will change, never be the same. Why do I get this feeling inside? Why do I get this feeling inside? La 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 dee, da. La da 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 dee, da. Dark thoughts, take them to the grave. Take the dreams, chase the things you crave. Be proud, the lions that you tame. Life will change, never be the same. Why do I get this feeling inside? Why do I get this feeling inside?
Hey, yo, pause, wine and dine, Jay. I don't need the glaze,
Love
man.
it. I love it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Great, baby. Talk nice to me, everybody. Let's go.
No. We'll calm down with the glaze tonight. All right, that was producer Bird. I don't know who did what on this. I'm assuming Bird mixed it, maybe did the beat. I know that's him vocally, but I don't know. All right, Ray. I know I've kind of already got going here. I have a lot of confusion about this track. And we had this. We really got into him about this that night that he submitted like 20 different tracks. Is like, I forgot what he was doing. He was doing like, oh, it was country songs. He was submitting country songs, and we're like, why are you? Something sounds off about this, and we kind of nailed it. Was like, you're putting on an accent that you don't have, and so it sounds inauthentic. Like you're singing fine, you're doing your well-constructed song, but the accent, the country accent, sounds fake. And the challenge that I have with this is, it sounds like a genre that he doesn't really fit into. Like vocally, the vocals didn't align with what I'm hearing in the production side of thing. Like when the beat change up came in, and like the voice didn't really mesh with where I was expecting the voice to go. I was like, I'm sonically confused by that. So I would say, if
how often do you feel like that when I send you stuff? Every time?
Like a good 70% of the time. Like, why did you go with that pitch?
Yeah. Why are you yelling? Why are you whispering?
Why are you so aggressive on this track? The beat is very calm. But no, that's how I felt with this. Is like, okay, this sounds like something that I would hear like at a club with like bubbles and the strobe light going off, and like the voice just didn't match. And maybe that's like, I saw Osman asked who mixed it. Maybe it has to do with the mix. Like the mix didn't feel like, EDM hype dance popish to me. And I think, maybe the mix could fine tune it. Maybe you make the mix presentation a little bit bigger, a little bit wider in the ears, like I was saying on Keeper's track, like more reverb and more spacey. But at the same time, I feel like this would be something that you would show to like a female artist or somebody who has like a higher tone of a voice that says, hey, this is a rough cut of an idea that I have, and get somebody with some different vocals on it. The way that the vocals are sitting right now, I don't think it really matches. And that's what was kind of throwing me off in my head, is like, this doesn't feel right to me. So where it's at right now, I think I like the beat more than I like the vocals. I would give it a 6.
Yeah, I don't know. First of all, I mean, maybe this is a cover, right? Like maybe because he is partial to that, and I think he was covering country songs, right? Or did he write? No, he said he was freestyling them. I'm sorry, but
he freestyles like 80% of the things he does.
Yeah, no, I guess for a beat like this and a vibe like this, I think what you're saying makes sense. Could use a power vocal, or
maybe that was the other thing that I was thinking, is also like I needed more power out of the vocals.
Prod Bird, shout out Prod Bird in the chat. Did you end your stream? We just saw you going like 2 minutes ago. I popped over to check. Tell us what's up here. Is this this is an original? Was it a written or a freestyle?
I hate that we have to ask about his songs.
I don't necessarily like about the tone and kind of the style and presentation. I don't feel like it can't work in the way that you were describing, like necessarily. Like maybe I think the one thing is like, yeah, like more maybe more power in the vocal a little bit. Get behind some stuff. Maybe not the whole way through. Maybe just some ad libs or some doubles or something to kind of jazz it up. I saw Savant mention the mix. You mentioned the mix. I think, yeah, like you were saying, just kind of really make it pop. Didn't necessarily. Well, in the middle, it sounded a little weird. I don't know how to describe what was weird about what I was hearing, but it just got a little bit.
When the beat changed up?
Yeah, and there was like some, I don't know if it was like a little bit of distortion in there or just some like kind of interesting effects that were going on for that period. But I mean, it wasn't a bad vibe. It didn't, kind of like turn me off necessarily, but it didn't turn me on as much as I would want a song like this to turn me on. So
what do you mean by that?
I mean musically. It's very rare that a track turns me on in the other way, but there's probably one or two out there in the history of music that would give that vibe. Trying to think of who. I'll think about that and come back.
Keep that to yourself. Keep that to yourself. I don't want to know what songs get you bricked up, Ray.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 6.5. And like, I'd be curious to hear it again with like a remix. You know, I think it has like eight.
A remix of this? What would he remix? The beat, the vocals?
The vocals. I mean, yeah, like tweak the vocal mix to do the things Dice said, broadening, making them pop more. Maybe get a feature like, you know, like we're saying, like a female power singer to put some backing behind you.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice,
All
happy
right.
song, great vibe.
All right. I'm gonna skip down to some other folks. Here's Damiano 48, and here's Vid Mop. Oh my god, this thing is crashing out on me. Hold on. There we go. I understand. Genius. Okay, that was Damiano 48 with Vid Mop.
I got to channel my D-Bird here and say the following.
Okay.
I don't think I liked a lot of the noises that I was hearing. I don't think I liked a lot of the noises that I was hearing. That kind of lead synth was a bit aggressive and just like a little bit too much. The counter melody seemed like it was at a different key or discordant. The drums were a little bit underwhelming and needed a punch up, I think slightly anyway. Yeah, I mean, I'm struggling to get some redeeming qualities on this one. I'm sorry to say. I like some of the weird. There was like some weird effects going on at one point. Kind of added a little atmosphere, a little texture. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
There was a little bop to it. Like it wasn't like wholly without bop, you know. But I think just because of those issues with some of the sound selection, it kind of mostly took me out of it and made me like, I can't really imagine this anywhere. You know, even in a movie scene where you feel uncomfortable, I don't think I would want to hear it. You know, like something to kind of like. I guess I gotta go. I'm gonna go some bop. I'll go 5.
Okay. Yeah, there was a lot going on in this. I think there were a lot of sounds that they weren't necessarily clashing sonically aside from the melody and the counter melody, but there was definitely a lot of things happening simultaneously that made it hard to really like feel like it was gelling together. And I think with that main key that you had going, the problem with it was it was super high in the volume, but also it kind of just played flat. Like there was no body to it. I don't know. I feel like I've said this a lot. Like you got to listen back after you create something, whether it's a song, whether it's a beat, and like really feel like, okay, is this dynamic enough, or is it just kind of like falling short and there's like some fine tuning that you could do to it? I feel like the main melody can stay if you lower the volume down and you like do some you know, some post production to it, you know, tweaking how you mix it. But definitely the counter melody, you know, like Ray was saying, it kind of was working against it. And the beat change, like the drum pattern changed midway through, or like a minute and 20 something seconds. That kind of threw me off. It didn't really transition well at that point. That was probably the only other major thing that stood out to me. But I think you're fine as far as where you're going with your production arrangement. It's just the sound choice and the sound design that's kind of not all the way there for me here. So I agree. I'm at a 5 on this one. I don't hate it. I'm just not in love with it.
No, Gray Baby, this was not a turn on. This was far from it.
Thank you for sharing, Ray.
She asked.
Gray Baby, please stop asking Ray questions. All right. Next up, we'll do OT Gravity. This is Mega C Demo. Jump this to the top.
Tama brote. Had to go back to the old flow. Niggas so pissed that I bust up. We did not beef on the internet. We've been smoked to your doorstep. John with shit, no sidestepping. Hope you all know there's a storm coming. Hope you all know who the man's still. Walk out back, you guess that. Keep from hell cause I'm too faithful. Macho man like Randy Savage. Man them born like Ed Eddie. Big dog back, don't let courage. Go more on like Jehovah. Real print your copy. New swag, see me. Best believe I can rock a fella. Victory lavender. Loving the energy. Since she fan on me, my close company. See the envy now, miss with the jealousy. Just like legacy, is all eyes on me, all eyes on me. Me, 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 all eyes on me. Me, 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 all eyes on me. Me, 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 me. Me, all eyes on me. Me, 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 me. Niggas so pissed, I'm blessed, son. Always on point like Nike. Always a 10 like Messi. No, your boys don't like me, huh? You stop me, never, huh? Flow gon' switch like weather, huh? Bitch, I'm him, no cap, bruh. Star sign, Libra. So I kill like a cancer. I ain't a bum, don't test me. Diva dance, money dance. One gold tooth like shower ranks. Icon itch like Megacy. Don't you touch my Hennessy. Goofy gang, Scooby-Doo. Suck my like a juicy fruit. Victory lavender. Loving the energy. Since she fan on me. My close company. See the envy now. Miss with the jealousy. Just like Megacy. Is all eyes on me. All eyes on me. Me, 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 all eyes on me. Me, 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 all eyes on me. Me, 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 all eyes on me. Me, 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 me.
Right, that was OT Gravity with Mega C. Couple
Hold on,
things
hold on. Can you hit the trill? Go for it. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna try. Boo. Skirt, skirt. Well, it's been nice seeing all y'all. I won't be on again anytime soon.
Ray demanding me to go skirt skirt was not on my bingo card for today. All right, let's keep it together, Ray. All right. Two things really stood out to me is what Ray was just doing. Too loud. The ad libs were too loud. They were basically on the same level as your lead vocals. Not that ad libs can't be that way, but the ad libs that you were performing, especially in the hook, they were just like right there at the same time as the hook was doing it, and it was just kind of like I'm forced to like, do I pay attention to you going skirt skirt, or do I pay attention to what you're saying in the hook. So I would say in the hook, especially turn the ad libs down, and then just in general turn the ad libs down. And then like vocally, it just sounds muffled. I'm assuming this is just probably the microphone quality, not necessarily the mix. But I think that was the only thing that was really kind of working against you, is just the microphone quality, which may lead to like absence of some of the energy in the performance. You know, you did like, you know, arrange it sectionally, so there are, you know, verse hook and stuff like that. Yeah, that was like the main two things, and then just maybe the performance could be a little bit stronger, but again, I'd say that probably lends itself back to whatever your microphone situation is, more so than it was you not being able to do that. I would give this a 6. The respectable 6.
Yeah, I really liked the vibe. I really liked the artist presence. I liked a lot of the bars. I liked, you know, a lot of the writing was just had me catching my ear, and it was kind of fitting the track and sounding pretty good. Yeah, I had the same thought about the ad libs, kind of like an unforced air, a bit distracting, you know, at that volume. And you know, like some other tracks we've heard tonight, there were some moments with just kind of like only full of ad libs and just had me coming out of the energy of the track a little bit, like when there's not full bars being said. And then the only other thought I had, I don't know how you felt about this, but like we were talking about low end, high end. This one sounded a little top end heavy. Like maybe you could bring back a bit of the low end in the vocal. I don't know how much, but that was the thought that I had. But man, it was a pretty good vibe. You know, once the errors are corrected, it'd be pretty solid. You know, I'm gonna go 7.
7, okay.
Yeah. Just like just really good, kind of unique and distinct presence from the artist, and sounded comfortable. And
I'm not questioning you, man. I'm just repeating it back.
No, yeah, I was just saying more as to why.
Are we fighting, Ray?
I don't think we're people who really do that very often. or if we do, it's like a blood feud and like somebody's gonna get hurt or killed.
Yeah. I feel like if we fight, it's like either extremely violent or it's just some petty like yeah, I changed your password. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah. They're like, I'll just get it fixed and move on with my life. Shout out OT Gravity.
Shout out OT Gravity. How did you drop your mic? Are you recording holding your mic? What, you write your song while holding the mic? I was a little lost on that, but hopefully get your a new mic or get it fixed or get out of that situation. What's up, Swaglean? Welcome to the stream. We're just two chill guys listening to some music.
Shout out Swaglean, goated turbo reviewer.
I don't know about goated, but definitely a turbo reviewer.
I mean, the man came back with pretty comprehensive and accurate feedback after 15 seconds.
I'm not mad at it. I pretty much assess things in about 20 seconds, 30 seconds also, but I don't know if I can say goated yet. Interesting
on that point. Gray Baby sent me a reel, and it was Kevin Hart Tiny Desk, and I got about 20 seconds into it, and I was like, this isn't for me.
You're not a fan?
I mean, I didn't realize he was doing music like that to get a Tiny Desk, you know?
You ever heard his rap?
Not much. No, actually, none of it. What am I saying? I don't think I've ever heard a single Kevin Hart rap or track.
You need to get up on game, Ray.
It's probably better than his comedy.
All right, let's try to knock out some of these Bird tracks. Get them out the way. All right, here's song 3.
No, we played song.
No, we played song 2.
Okay.
Making me a widow bride, for real. Forced to fight my thoughts I had inside, for real. Needed to drown them out getting high, for real. Nothing else to win the fight, for real. Left me at the perfect time. I could see it through his eyes. He don't deserve to feel blind. Must have gave him blurry signs. Maybe this the reason why I should be by his side, by his side, by his side. Look how you have put me down, down, down. Have me lost and found. Yeah, I might seem okay, but not within. Not with the way that it feels how it's been. Still can't believe it, no way we are over. Running away when I need you for closure. How can you leave me and say that it's over? I stood right with you as we got older. Why must I fight it like I am a soldier? Yeah, it never felt colder. Look how you have put me down, down, down. Have me lost, lost and found, found, found. Look how you have put me down, down, down. Have me lost, lost and found, found. Yeah, I'm lost.
All right, and that was song 3 by producer Bird. I'm assuming working title of Lost and Found. I like this one a little bit more than song 2. I feel like the vibe of the vocals resonated well. The thing that I'm struggling with on this one, and I don't know if it's necessarily going to translate well as I'm saying it, but fuck it. Just lyrically, it just felt like too obvious. Like just some of the way the things are phrased, and maybe this is just by habit of producer Bird always freestyling and everything, but it just felt like it's just so, it's like a lot of cliche sayings, right? And like I find myself like paying more attention to like the obvious nature of like the way that things are expressed more so than I was like just enjoying the vibe of the song, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, maybe it's the way some of the words were pronounced, maybe it's just like there wasn't a lot of like cleverness in how the things were said, but it just felt like so like, okay, here's this phrase, hear this saying, I'm just going to say this because it's the first thing that comes to my mind. I didn't find myself like mentally stimulated by like what was being said, you know? And I think that's what I struggled with the most with this. I like the vibe of it. Not sure, you know, I was a huge fan of the change up in the middle, but it wasn't bad. It's just okay. It's just a song to me. So I guess I'm kind of arriving at like I'll give it a 7.
Oh, wow.
6.5, 7. I'm somewhere in between there.
Shout out Loose. Welcome to the
Loose Logic
chat.
Loose.
Yummy, yummy, yum.
Yeah, you know, I think I'm right on the border with like the lyrics. I mean, I guess with Prod Bird now, yeah, I kind of sit there and like I imagine him thinking, you know what I mean? He's like, all right, like he's like figuring out the next thing, you know, and like he's pretty good at it. Got to give him that.
Yeah.
You know, like if he freestyled this whole thing, which he probably did, that's pretty impressive. But yeah, it comes at the cost of the complexity and, you know, what you said. And I did have that thought too, but you know, like the vibe was kind of working though and carrying it anyway, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I think on this one we heard maybe we heard a little bit more of that power we were looking for on the other one, at least that moments, hook and stuff like that. So, that was pretty cool. You know, and then the only other thought was like around the mix. I maybe some of the same stuff from last time. Like it just felt a little bit flat and narrow, and it could use a little more pizzazz. So I'm gonna go 7 as well.
Okay, that's fair. All right, let's do Goon next. A Lot on Your Mind.
Goon.
Shout
out Goon.
Are you a fan of Goon?
The artist that we're about to play?
Guess we'll never know.
Oh, baby, you have a lot on your mind, but you told me that you're doing fine. Oh, baby, the stage
my mental maze with scattered thoughts that absorb and emanate. Oh baby, you have a lot on your mind, but you told me that you're doing fine. Oh, center stage in my mental maze with scattered thoughts that absorb and emanate. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
Yeah. Here we go again, yet more rambling. Psychotic psyche scrambling, got me on the edge, finally balancing. Find me semblance of time management when pocketing the narcotics and the beyond side champion. While you're at it, find a casket to bury all my baggage and attachments. Call it emblematic actions like cross signs done by practice and Catholics. When everything's frantic, I navigate heavy traffic to a sanctum for the Mavericks and create another classic with the fragments of my madness. Oh, baby, you have a lot on your mind, but you told me that you're doing fine. Oh, baby.
Center stage in my mental maze with scattered thoughts that absorb and emanate. Oh baby, you have a lot on your mind, but you told me that you're doing fine. Oh baby, you say that you're doing fine, but you really have a lot on your mind. Fine, but you really have a lot on your mind. Yeah, I'll be lately center stage inside my mental maze, behind a barricade, likely led astray by a siren serenade that provided and portrayed a vibrant masquerade, enticing me to stay. As my train of thought strays, of course, arriving with delays, have my brain absorbed, painted for surviving disarray. A major force breaking forth, the rising in the fray for a greater cause, making sure it cannot and dissipate. Baby, you have a lot on your mind, but you told me that you're doing fine. Oh, baby. Whoa. Center stage in my mental maze with scattered thoughts that absorb and emanate. Whoa, baby, you have a lot on your mind, but you told me that you're doing fine. Whoa, baby, you say that you're doing fine, but you really have a lot on your mind. Whoa, baby, you say that you're doing fine, but you really have a lot on your mind. Whoa, baby.
All right, that was Goon with A Lot on Your Mind. I was curious, did you do the hook or who was on the hook? That would be my question. But I was gonna let Ray dive in here first.
Yeah, I'm gonna presume it's a sample until Goon clarifies for us, like just maybe an inbuilt sample there. So yeah, overall initial reaction and gut feeling was that's pretty dope. I'm like kind of a sucker for like that style and sound to track, like a bass driven kind of boom bappy thing, bluesy tinge. Loved what Goon was doing. Great presence, great flow, great presentation. In all the verses. Hook sounded like the hook, delivery and writing and everything was great too. The hook in particular, maybe to me, I don't know what you heard, Dice. To me, I think maybe all vocals could use a reconsideration of leveling. The hook sounded quiet. I was like, I could use that definitely coming up. And then the verses, I'm not sure. And then it maybe felt a little structurally awkward, just like with the blend of the other vocal and Goon's, rapping on the hook. And I maybe got a little bit confused about where I was at points. But I don't know, all these things are kind of like relatively minor to me, like in my final consideration of the track. For me, this is like a strong 8.5. And, with like maybe some mix correction or tweaking, could achieve that 9.
Yeah, I really like the flow on this. The flow is super solid. I wasn't quite sure. I will say overall, I agree. I think the vocals could have been louder overall. Like, I felt like the vocals were slightly behind in the mix of the beat. Only real like nitpicky thing that I guess I would call out is I kind of wanted a little bit more variety and change up in how you were flowing. But it doesn't take away from the fact that I liked what you did on it. Don't give me that, Ray. Come on. Like
you can flow the same way the whole way through. Don't listen to what people say.
No, man. No. It needs. It doesn't necessarily need it, but I would have liked a little bit more change up rather than the same cadence like throughout. I feel like it adds a little bit more variety to a song from a listening perspective. But I say that to say you still did a good job at like flowing, and I was still engaged in listening to it. Just I feel like it would elevate it if like people hear like how you can kind of like change directions a little bit in the middle of a verse, or you know, take the second verse and approach it from a different manner. I feel like that elevates the track a little bit more. But overall, I still like the song. I give it a 7.5. Like that.
Shout out Goon. I'm excited to hear more from Goon after hearing that one. I hope that you submit again, Goon. Goon balls.
I hope that you can take the word goon and redefine what it means to today's youth. Like I believe you when you say that you came up with your name before whatever it means now, and I hope that you can reclaim your image from whatever these foul young kids have turned it to. Shout out Goon.
Shout out Goon.
Shout out Sonny Leray. I saw Sonny chime in for a second there. Shout out to Mel Nooks. All right. Do we want to do the last Producer Bird track, or we want to skip around a little bit more?
Skip around. Did he pay?
Nah.
Ah, come on. Keep it moving.
Here's All Savant. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Uh-oh. Is this sound click? All Savant. Oh, wait, never mind. It opened. All right. Let me know how this sounds when I press the play button, Ray.
That's a man.
It's fine? Okay.
Apart from what All Savant is doing, it's fine.
Hey.
I can't go that way. Reciprocate that shit. I'm on the edge, maybe you shouldn't push. I'm in a fall with a baby. Don't you wanna see your babies tonight? So reciprocate that shit. Are you leaving here tonight? Are you leaving here tonight? Tell me I'm less. Tell me I'm less than. Give me some bruises. Let me be ruthless. Just let me try, baby. Just let me try, baby. What kind of car is this? What kind of gun is that? You must have had it back. Can't be that mad at me. Got me running all kind of laps gladly. Are you happy? I know you're not. Cause what you about to do is sinister. You should get it over quickly. Tell me I'm less. Tell me I'm less than. Give me some bruises. Let me be ruthless. Just let me try, baby. Just let me try, baby. It's not my fault you weak. That boy had a chance, motherfucker. You should have killed me when you had the chance.
All right, that was Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda by All Savant. All Savant, here's my problem with you. Well, let me back up. I should start with a positive. I like this. Here's my problem with you. You sing like how Michael Jackson used to have like conversations. Like you have the voice of a singer, but you're not actually singing. You're just talking. There's no power in your vocals. That's my beef with this, is that it lacks actual sung things. Like you're just, it's like a sketchbook of ideas, but it's not actually a drawing, is how I would phrase it. You keep teasing us with like these moments of where, oh, I'll like put a little bit more energy into it, but you're not actually singing. You're just using like the smooth sultriness of your voice to talk to us, which just makes me think I'm watching an Oprah interview Michael Jackson, and his voice is just so nice and smooth that you're like, oh, I bet he's a great singer. And he is, but he's not singing to you. He's just talking to you. You keep talking to us, and I want you to sing to us. I hate you. Give it a 6.
I was laughing, Gray Baby, because Dice said, let me start with the positive. I like this. But then abruptly move on to the things he didn't like. which was the comedic element there. Yeah, I had that exact same thought. It kind of like dawned on me now about like, I don't know if it was the same for you. It's like after all this time, it's like, man, like, oh, you sound pretty lovely. You know, it's like a nice sound, but I feel like I'm hearing your random thoughts as you're proceeding through your day. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
tuna sandwich.
I feel like
sandwich.
all he's ever played for is his inner monologue. Like we don't hear like what actually comes out of his actual voice box. It's just fucking inner monologues.
Yeah, this is oh man. This is Gulag material, unfortunately, which we didn't implement, but
we got to. It's on my mind. After
yeah.
hearing this, the thought had came back to me like, yeah, where's the gulag at?
Yeah. At one point I was gonna say, like, I don't know if I really still feel this way. Early in the track, I was thinking like, hey, this is almost like too far on the other end of the spectrum the feedback you were given on the last song, like switching it up. It's like, well, don't like sing a couple bars and then like do some weird grunt, you know, and then like go back to like talking and then like some more song. Like you're switching up, but like then it turns into the sketchbook, you know, and not the complete thing. So I appreciate that Osavant will share his voice and share his like notions of musicality on nice beats, but it's hard to rate it as a song. I guess, yeah, I'm just gonna cheap out and go with your 6 as well.
I don't like that Osavant plays in my face like that.
Gulag's coming.
Gulag is back in effect. It's coming.
So no more Osavant tracks until it's a conventional, cohesive, well-structured, well-mixed track.
He's at least got to give me 3 layers on his song for me to take him serious as an artist. Don't give me that I'm innocent bullshit. You know exactly what you're doing. You've heard this for at least a year now. I'm innocent.
I said so. Osavant actually sent me a track a while back. And I gave like the quietest, most gentle, delicate delivery I've ever given, trying to match like Osavant style. And then I said back to him, I was like, yeah, you know, take it or leave it. Like, here's what I thought, you know. And he said, he's like, I was looking for like a Rick Ross style vocal on this. It's like, damn, well, I'm not that guy, but.
You didn't give him a Pears. No Rick Ross? Okay.
I'm trying to think have you seen the guy on like social media who does like the grocery store visits as Rick Ross? It's really funny. Like, pork. Oh, Jesus.
Or Wale. You wanted Rick Ross or Wale from Ray Stans. Osavant, you might be a little bit out of your mind.
Yeah. I mean,
and that's okay. I feel like a lot of people on our Discord have lost their fucking minds sometimes, especially when they're arguing back and forth, but it's okay. You fit in. Shout out Osavant, upstanding young man, complicated artist. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get this last Producer Bird song out of the way. Song 1.
You're so gracious.
Hey, man, we're doing things a little bit different tonight. Bird isn't here. I'm in charge. And Ray's here to just like complain about the things and actions that I take. So I accept that. I'm sure he'll leave me a 3-paragraph message about things that I could have done after the show. I'll read it.
The frequency of those, though, is fairly low.
It's fairly low, but it hurts just the same.
Once a year is too much.
Once a year, I get crushed by Ray's feedback on my performance on the review show. But here's Producer Bird, song 1.
Weather is looking nice, better than winter time. Thoughts to myself inside, days and nights passing by. Feeling like myself again, talk to myself within. This is where I begin. All I need is conversation, really don't have no patience. No need for no relations, all I need is some conversation. nights, uplifting you all life. Thoughts to myself inside, crazy how things fly. Thoughts to myself within, talking to myself again. This is where I begin. All I need is conversation. Really don't have no patience. No need for no relations. All I need is conversation. Really don't have no patience. No need for no relations. All I need is some conversation. All I need is some conversation. No relation. I just need conversation.
All right, that was Producer Bird. Song 1.
I'm upset because I would like both conversation and relation, not just conversation, first and foremost.
Bars. Sorry.
I don't know. I guess it's a sweet sentiment. You know, I guess the deeper meaning of the subtext would be the emotional and mental connection.
Fuck all that.
Prioritizing and promoting that.
Give me relations and conversation.
Yeah, so great vibey beat. Vocals seem quiet or lost in the mix in some way. For the most part, there was some weird moments in the track as well. I don't have anything to say about them other than they were weird and kind of stood out to me. Like if it was like a beat switch again or something was going on there. Yeah, I guess with 3 Bird songs, maybe he made them all around the same time. I'm not having dramatically different thoughts than the last tracks. Same deal with the lyrics, you know, like what we've been saying. The one standout thing here, I think, is some of those high vocals. And, you know, it's like Bird can really do some things. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
You hit those notes?
It's funny. I've been doing a sing trainer and, you know, like a few minutes a day, just try to match some tones, hum, you know, kind of like go up and down the scale. And I always test to see how high I can get. There's like one thing where it's like, I don't think I'm going to be able to hit those notes effectively anytime soon. Maybe with practice and time, we'll see. But that's a crazy high head voice note, and it's got to be. I don't know. Maybe competent singers don't worry when they got to go up there. But anyway, I thought Bird was kind of hitting them pretty well a few times on this track. Yeah, somewhere around a 6.5, a 7 again. Just kind of it's consistent with what we've heard from Prod Bird tonight across the board.
Honestly, I like this song the most out of the 3 until the end. I didn't like the change up on this one. I thought it was unnecessary. Like, it went from okay, this could work decent song to like, why are you trying to be a totally different genre? Like, it feels like these songs are all experiments with like, how can I take a pop song and then just transfer it into EDM or dubstep at the end? And it's just insane to me that I don't think they work like that. I think that was right around the time that Sleek Ivory dropped his in the chat. Was that change up at the end? And I felt exactly the same. He embodied everything that I felt as soon as that dropped. I was like, I don't like that. But I agree. I think, he was hitting the vocal ranges where he needed to go. I was less engaged about the on the nose lyrics with this one as some of the other ones, but yeah, just the change up at the end, I wasn't feeling that. But I'll still give it a 7. I think without the forced club anthem shit at the end, I would have probably given it like a 7.5 or an 8, but it's a 7 for me. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, OT Gravity. Some of the earlier tracks got pretty high scores. I gave a 9.5 to the first track of the evening.
We started out high on the mountain, and we've just been tumbling down, collecting.
Well, yeah, we didn't fall all the way off. We kind of plateaued at the top end of mediocrity.
Immediate cliff after track 2. Immediate cliff. All right, next up, Mel Nooks, Dynamite. 1 second. He just wanted to say hi. Oh, what up, Mel Nooks?
It's got to be a bug.
was hoping to hear his voice in there, but he just wanted to say hi. Oh wait, no, I did that wrong. I was supposed to click the fucking link. Duh. Dice is dumb. Hold on, let me go get it. Dynamite. I forget how this thing works. New for us. Here we go. Oh no, it literally is him just saying hi. All right.
I couldn't hear that. I didn't hear the hi.
No, he didn't even say anything. It's just I thought I missed the actual link, but it really is just that. All right, back to session.
Yeah,
all right,
maybe Mel. I don't know if Mel Nooks is in the chat, but maybe they could send it some other way in case there is a bug, or maybe they bounced the file wrong.
He says it's bugged. If you submit it again, drop me a message in here, and then I'll grab it. See what else we got in here. Got all those played. All right. Still got a happening queue. What do you think, Ray? Just leave the queue open maybe like 10 more minutes or so?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
We should let's run something from us. What's one of your personal favorites that hasn't been on stream yet, if you have any? And I would totally accept if you said, I don't have any favorites among this body of work. It's all pretty mid, and
favorites that we have so far. I don't know. I have a few. I
definitely like the higher energy ones.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let me scroll through.
Go ahead, Gray Baby. What's your question? Interview me and Dice, please.
No.
Depends on the questions.
Selective interview. What about the one that I redid today?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think that one has been on yet, has it?
No, it hasn't. And we'll rate it. We'll rate it objectively.
I will rate it subjectively, like a gangster. All right, let me find this shit. What is Gray Baby's question? Ray, do you like Spanish rap?
Yeah. I mean, anybody who's bringing the presence and the vibe. You don't need to understand the words to vibe with the music a lot of the time. So sure.
Who's your favorite Spanish artist?
Spanish artist? Ooh.
Pitbull, Daddy Yankee, some of the classics.
I don't know. I got to think about this. I probably don't have one.
We are horrible hosts.
Actually, we need ratings from the chat for this is what we need. And be like we are. Just give your honest opinion and reactions and your numbers.
Don't be like us. We're not anything to aspire to be. Please be better than us.
Yes, there you go.
Don't be like us. Started 30 minutes late. I'm forgetting how this shit works. All right, let me see if I can find his newly posted link. Here we go. All right, we will check out Mel Nooks' Dynamite, and then we'll listen to a track from Ray and my Gray Baby. I saw the question the first time. Damn it, we're hosting a show. Please be patient. We're listening to Mel Nooks, then we'll listen to a track from me and Ray, and then we'll get back into the regular order of submissions.
There's more submissions. I thought we were near the end.
No, we've still got, let's see. So we've got, go back here. We've got at least 7 more left.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 songs still in the queue.
Oh, in that case, we can say, I thought we were just trying to stretch it.
Nah, it's our show.
Fuck it. All right. Yeah.
Maybe the people chat. All right. Question for the chat. Do you guys want to hear a track from the people who are giving you ratings, or are you cool with the ratings that you have been receiving thus far for the night? Let us know.
It's an oddly phrased question. Kind of sets it up for like, do you want to bash us?
Oh yeah. Do you? You got beef? Let me know. Ban button is also ready to be pressed. I don't mind cotton candy, but it's not something that I just wake up and I'm like, oh man, I really would like some cotton candy this week. Right? The only time that I ever eat cotton candy was when somebody else wants it who I happen to be with, and then I end up eating the rest of it. And by somebody else, I mean my 8-year-old. And be like, oh yeah, I want cotton candy. Then you got to get this like 2-pound bag of cotton candy. He of course takes 2 bites, and then I'm left with a whole fucking bag of cotton candy that I have to finish eating.
Stuff is like a tooth destroyer. It's just pure sugar. That's all it is.
It's delicious. All right, Mel Nooks, Dynamite. You ready for this, Ray?
Let's go.
SoundCloud. Let's hope it plays fine. Let me know how it goes.
It better be loud and raucous. It's called Dynamite. Oh, it's fucking up.
Something wrong with SoundCloud. Here, I can handle this. I got it. Don't worry. What is this? Ray, stall while I do IT things.
Let's talk about cotton candy. You know, let me answer Gray Baby's question to begin with. Before we move on from that, yeah, I liked it when I was younger. I haven't eaten it in a long time. I think I would avoid it now. Yeah. What games is everybody playing right now? I know me, Gray Baby, and some others have been playing a lot of Call of Duty lately. Got some folks who play Counter-Strike. We got a heavy Counter-Strike crew. Repo. I've been hearing a lot about Repo.
I played that.
How is that?
It's fun. It is frustrating when you end up playing with somebody who is about 21 years old and from Burnley in Great Britain. But outside of that, it's pretty fun.
Man, I really hope Rogue gets his opportunity. I'm going to shout out Rogue and his opportunity to live internationally in the U.S. where he'd like to. I think that would be super dope.
Be the worst thing that happened to America since Eddie Murphy came to America.
Knowing the way he thinks his luck is, they will see his Burnley jersey, treat it as a gang symbol, and send him to El Salvador at the border.
One can only hope, right?
Rogue would survive approximately 5 minutes in a Salvadoran prison. I'd last about 15.
I'd call Rogue and it'd be like, yeah, after about 30 minutes, I was holding somebody's pocket around the cell, and I don't know why. It's like, Rogue, you're their bitch. All right, here is Mel Nooks, Dynamite. Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay, that was Mel Nooks, aka Phantom Lee Reaper, with Dynamite. What'd you think of that, Ray?
It was really interesting. I think I see where Trudell is coming from, saying, genius. I don't know that I would say genius myself, but it's like it definitely was like a bold vision and approach, kind of some very unique and distinct style. I think I like the second half better than the first half. Not that I'm mad at the first half. It's just like there was a nice moment, like about 60% of the way through, where it felt really well. It felt more appropriately mixed and balanced in the right collection of sounds. There were some moments where, I don't know, you might comment on the saxophone. I think last time we were bashing saxophones on another track, like just take the horn out. It's a bit distracting, doesn't really add much, kind of takes away more than it adds. And I was wondering about leveling and compression because there were just moments where I felt overwhelmed, like when it got loud. And it just caught me off guard a couple of times. But interesting composition, kind of had a cool groove. I'll go 7.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best way that I could probably summarize is that it was weird, but it worked. Like there were some parts where I'm like, that's an interesting choice, but it was never in a way of like, this is super offensive, get it out of my ears. There was one little transition where it kind of got quiet and then it just jumped back in. I think it was like a minute and 20 seconds or so, roughly around then. But I mean, overall, just interesting sound selection, but solid mix. The only other thing I would say is that if that was a saxophone or whatever wind instrument that was, at one point I was like, it was a little bit loud, but I think maybe I was just like looking for something to nitpick at that point. Yeah, I would agree. I think the only thing that really stood out to me was just like the transitions were either like on the money and maybe you could like bring in different elements a little bit sooner to like kind of smooth it over versus just kind of like, here's one section, here's one section, here's one section, here's one section. I think if you kind of like blend those in a little bit better, it would play a lot nicer for me. But I'll give it a 7. I'm at a 7 too.
Shout out Mel Nooks.
Shout out Mel Nooks. Gunshot Mel Nooks. All right. Next up, Alan Skindro. I think after we play this one, I'm going to shut down the queue. So if you're out there and you're listening and you haven't submitted, last call. And then we'll just play whatever's left in the queue. This one is called Lost in the Stars. Oh, great. Is this thing crapping out on me again? Hold on.
Hit the refresh.
Yeah, good old IT refresh. Nope, this one is Alan Skindro. The link that you posted was the link to the queue. It's basically what I'm seeing. If you could repost your track, we will grab it and play it. In the meantime, I will go back and play Keeper, who has some trippy rock shit. Why does everybody keep saying hi? Like we don't see y'all in the chat. Good Lord, what's wrong?
Tell me what you want. Tell me if you really wanna stay. Wonder if you're gonna run away. Wonder if you found another place to stay. I'm scared of the pain. Say it face to face. I know that you're just scared of the place you made. All the words that you say are not phasing me. We were lovers, then friends, now you're hating me. Place to be, what a joke it is. I don't wanna talk unless you're over it. Fucked up love, yeah, I'm a stupid kid, but I'm losing it. Looked into your eyes and I pondered what you did. What the fuck do you want from me? Kill me inside your company. Saw you and I fell to my knees. That's the problem with you, baby. Tell me why'd you even date me? I let you manipulate me one too many fucking times. There was plenty fucking guys, and you treated them like me. Tell me, was it you and me? Tell me, was it you and I? Did you wanna be my wife? Did you wanna end your life with me? Tell me what you want. Tell me if you really wanna stay. Want me if you're gonna run away. Want me if you found another place to stay. I'm scared of the pain. Say face to face, I know that you're just scared of the place you made. All the words that you say are not phasing me. We were lovers, then friends, now you're hating me. We're replaced, and tell me what you want. Tell me if you really wanna stay. Want me if you're gonna run away. Want me if you found another place to stay. I'm scared of the pain. Say face to face, I know that you're just scared of the place you made. All the words that you say are not phasing me. We were lovers, then friends, now you're hating me. What a place to be.
Max Spongy? Oh my god, I love Max Spongy.
It's him, right? It's Coraline.
That was Keeper with Trippy Rock Shit, or I guess featuring Keeper.
Why did we play Keeper's track by accident?
No, we played it because Alan Skindrow's link wasn't working.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure, because I did hear, I don't know if it was female vocals or just his vocals pitched up. I was wondering, was there a female artist on this, or did you just do some fancy vocal work to make it sound like it was? And also, since you say featuring Keeper, was there somebody else on this? Because I thought I just heard you. Anyway, rambling aside, I like the track. I feel like the vocals could have been a little bit brighter. It felt like it was kind of not lost in the mix, but definitely like sitting in the same pocket as some of the instrumentation. So it was a struggle to hear, not necessarily hear, but it definitely I just wanted it more present. I like the overall vibe of things. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling through things here because I don't have like a clear, like, I don't like this versus I really like this. It's just kind of like it worked in a lot of ways. And then the things that I didn't like, they just are minutia, like, you know, making the vocals brighter. Give it 7.5.
Yeah, it was okay. I didn't like it like rhythmically. Maybe I don't know if it was the whole thing, but like it's like da na 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 da na na na, and then it was like dun dun, dun, like you're kind of like rolling, and then you're like, and it was like this halting feeling, you know, in the rhythm of the groove, which just kind of made me like a little bit like have that feeling of tentative and waiting for too long for like something else to kind of really carry you away. There was like some flange type effects like on the doubles or the ad libs, you know, backing. I think at one point I found that a little bit like just kind of extra. Yeah, like I said, I kind of like the vision and the concept, but there's just like kind of just too much things that are taking me out of it. And mix wise, and I think I saw somebody mentioned the snare, and I just started listening to the drums after that point, and kind of maybe a little bit not as present as you might like. So, but I did like it vibe wise and concept wise. I would go 6.5.
Okay. What does 1 through 9 mean for us? Yeah, man. I always tell people my typical range for rating songs is like between a 6 and a 9 is like top tier. Like
a 10 is juvenile ha.
10 is juvenile ha. 400 degrees. Yeah, 10s are like you got to squeeze them out of me. 9.5 on a good day.
You know, one thing I'm curious about is like stream effects. You should play ours now, and then I'm curious how it sounds on stream versus like, you know, in the DAW.
Okay.
I'm wondering if some of this like distortion I'm hearing sometimes is like a stream artifact or something like that.
Or
Once
maybe
again,
our
shout out.
just comes off as garbage.
What's that?
Maybe ours just come off as complete utter garbage.
I was going to say, I'm going to shout out Wine and Dine Jay one last time for the glaze, and we'll see if it continues after he hears the work.
Real swag lean. Thank you for the gift. It's up.
Shout out Swag Lean.
All right. We're going to play one that Ray and I are working on. This is called From the Hip. This is like the 6th time I've re-recorded my verse.
This is one of the few where Dice let a hook survive with. Actually, no, he trashed the first one, and then I had to do a second one, but he never interfered with the second one. He probably wanted to, but
I thought about it, but I was like, I gotta.
He's trying so hard. Let's just let this one go.
Here's me and Ray from the hip. Oh wait, let me switch this here. All right, chat, give us your ratings on this one, and then after that, Real Swag Lean, did you post something in the queue here? Let me double check, make sure. Damn, yeah, Ray, definitely after tonight, WCR's got to rebuild this page. We got to make our own version. It's got to happen. I'm upset. Anyway, here's From the Hip.
For better or worse, wrong or the right, I jump and I fight every bump in the night. We'll flicker the match and I'm dumping the trauma. Know I should chill, but I don't wanna. Come around me at 2:45 and you feeling the pain for sure. I'm closing my eyes, but it's all that I see is you making your way to the door. So get gone, get lost, get far from me. Your love done cost my artery. I suffered enough of your charms. I'm tired of spinning the yarns. I'm pumping my woe is me, yo, into poetry. Yeah, it's a lot, I do it heroically. Hello, are you there? Are you liking my voice in the air? Are you popping your neck, you tapping your knee? You tell me you're not, that's some capping to me. Bred for this here, I just happen to be. Bled all on the map while extracting the fee. From shore to a sailor, sailor to captain. All on the stage from the back of a napkin. Finally in tune with my passion. Content with the size of my ration. I think I'll be better when I'm on some medicine. Honey and tea, weed and etc. Letting it flow, I don't fuck with the sediment. Catching the glow and pouring accelerant. This ain't a mistake. So little is left up to chance. I'm pushing the limits, I'll point at a break, and then I'm repeating the dance. Now pose one time for the photo. Your boy so fly out of photo. Don't tell no lie, as these days go by, my wave go dry, that's a no-no. No, I don't trip if I'm losing my grip. All off the sauce when it come to the drip. My hustle and grit, my charm and my wit, the things that I slang from the hip.
Look at this, look at that. Look at me back in the saddle. Look at me Mac with a bad hoe. Look at me sack with a tackle. I ain't been dope since 05. I ain't been broke since 09. I ain't had hope since I ain't been floating. Bitches like me, oh no mind. Check my watch, I'm clocking. Check my stocks, I'm dropping. Check my flock, my options. Ain't got bops, I'm jocking. I ain't been fly, I'm slipping. I ain't gon' try, I'm dipping. I ain't gon' lie, I'm tripping. They be like, why he missing? You ain't gotta know me, man. I'm an old ass looking SG, man. I'ma hold my liquor so weak, man. I told y'all I don't be drinking. They up while your boy be sleeping. They work what I call the weekend. No drugs in my system even. I think all y'all just tweaking. Straight shot, I don't got no Glock out. Straight pop, I don't like to rock out. Flip flops and I got my socks out. Run up and you might get knocked out. I know that I'm on my lonely. So low, I don't roll with homie. So dope, got them all up on me. Please text, don't call, don't phone me.
Now pose one time for the photo. Your boy so fly out of photo. Don't tell no lie, as these days go by, my wave go dry, that's a no-no. No, I don't trip if I'm losing my grip. All off the sauce when it come to the drip. My hustle and grit, my charm and my wit, the things that I slang from the hip.
Trash. Definitely think my vocals are too bright compared to yours. But
That's been
this was
happening.
like,
Do you use your chain on mine? Like, do you just kind of like?
no, I mix everything manually.
All right.
Yeah, but I will say I didn't spend as much time mixing this because I was like in the middle of working and I had my headphones on and I was listening to our tracks and this came on and then I was like, I hate how my verse was recorded, so I just spontaneously re-recorded it in the middle of my workday, and then I didn't mix it. I just kind of left it in with whatever mix I had on the last set of vocals, so that's why it's probably just brighter.
Yeah, this didn't move me as much as I would have hoped. I think I'm around 7.75 right now. Like I said, it's interesting, right? So I recorded this like a few months ago. First of all, I didn't see any numbers in the chat. I'm just getting comments.
They're dropping some numbers.
Yeah. Oh, are they?
Sonny gave it a 10.
No.
Wine and Dine gave it a 4.
Thank you so much, Sonny. Developmentally. So it's interesting. I think like when you talk about re-recording and matching my energy, I think it is sort of that, but it might also be tonality. And I think when I recorded this, this is like something that just developing artist, right? It's like as time goes on, I get better about being more relaxed with my voice, and kind of can get more of the bass in there. And this one, I think, it was like a tighter flow. So I'm just kind of like got that anticipation like we talk about. Although I do feel like I did manage to kind of switch up the flow a little bit throughout and vary it on this one, maybe more so than I do sometimes on other tracks. And, when that gets comments.
I think this was also one of the ones where you had re-recorded it and you were like too energetic. And then we were like, nah, you got to go back to the original vocals because the original vocals were chill. And then you just came in like high energy and shit. And I was like,
maybe.
And then I had also, mine was also like, my original version was super chill. My original version was like a 3 a.m. rough draft. Like I was just kind of fucking around and you were like obvious dice bullshitting around, doesn't care about this project. I hate it here. And then I re-recorded it trying to capture that same essence. But then as I was listening to it, I was like, no, it's too chill compared to like the Force and Ray's hook. So I went back and I redid it today, but definitely just some fine tuning. I think it's almost there, like 90% mark.
I like this one a lot. I listen to it pretty frequently, but that's me glazing myself.
Jacob just left you some notes there, some cliff notes there that you can absorb on our behalf.
Yeah, he's right. I definitely lurched into it. It was like hey man, like maybe it could use them. It could be one thing I think that can help with that is like some sort of like ad-lib banter coming into it, to kind of like so you don't jar the listener with like just launching. Maybe we could do something like that.
Yeah.
Anything that avoids me having to do more work, just a quick paper mache, a paper fix over it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the last bit of. Once we have all the like, we stop re-recording our verses and everything, we can go back and add some ear candy because there's definitely some songs where I left beat at the end or in the beginning. Like, I think this one qualified too, where we can have like maybe it's not talking or something, but something happened in an intro and an outro where it kind of like transitions a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we got to both like stop re-recording our stuff and kind of like settle on what we want to go with. All right.
Thank you everybody for the honest scores and the feedback in the comments.
Back to the queue. What do we got here? Let's see. Still got 6 songs in there. What's going on over here? So we got Alan Skindrow. This one wasn't working. Oh wait, I see it. SoundCloud. Hold on, I gotta do this funky because for some reason it's opening up some other session. All right, I know how to get around this. Stupid IT stuff. Screenshot this. Ray, kill some time while I make this happen.
No, I can't. I'm busy going back and looking at my scores and thinking about who are my enemies now. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm first on that list. If you're looking for like enemies.
Jacob, what are you gonna spend your 200K on? Have you ever exchanged anything at all? Ever? Is that why you're at 200K? You got it. What's the top one? I think. And it never gets acknowledged on stream, but like if somebody says like, there's one that's like basically like stop playing the song. I think I tried to do that one time, but
that's
a funny
thing about that is that was back when we had not so high quality submissions. It's like in the early days.
Sorry.
Also, I don't know how well that would play out with like the community, like just in the middle of a song, like, yeah, skip this shit. Feelings might be hurt.
You're right though. Like the level of quality has kind of gone up over time.
Oh yeah, shout out to the community. Community is top tier, especially after some recent banishments over the last couple months.
Mm.
Maybe need some more banishments. Need to purge the crowd every now and then.
Banishments and the gulag. Oh, so let's tell the chat about the gulag. So the gulag.
Yeah. So I want you to tell everybody what your idea for the gulag is, so that we can make this a real thing.
I don't know what DICE will decide on implementation. Maybe it'll be the host choice, but the original idea was, let's say, you know, because we got some regular listeners or stream viewers here, and you know, people are familiar with the artist too. It's like, oh, I remember what I heard from so and so last week. So let's say a few weeks go by, and you know, the artist has gotten feedback, and you're kind of hearing the same thing over and over again, and they're not really changing up, and it gets frustrating, right? I mean, it's a tough call, you know, but like, I think, you know, people get some feedback they could pretty easily implement. But
awesome.
So let's say somebody has a couple of maybe 3 in a row of 3 weeks where it's like, is this gulag worthy? We vote, the chat votes that week. Maybe you get a certain number of votes, and like if half the stream thinks it's gulag worthy or some percentage or something, you get 1 gulag vote. When you get to 3, you're in the gulag, and you can't submit anymore until you submit something that a host checks out beforehand and it clearly has addressed that feedback.
I feel like if I'm going to rebuild this web page that we're using today, that's got to be a feature in there. It's like
the artist name is going to have like the jail bars next to it.
Instead of the check mark, the star, and that's it, there's going to be like a little, you know, jail, like, okay, this is a gulag rating, and if you get 3 gulag ratings, it goes into another queue, and we have to check it out first before we play it on stream.
How often would you put me in the gulag or vote for me to go in the gulag based on, you know, the development points you give me? Is it like every time, basically?
I don't think you're like making gulag worthy tracks. I think it's just like you can do things better type deal. There's definitely some people who like dial it in, like, I don't want to keep naming names. There's definitely some people who like just don't implement any of the feedback, and it's like, yo, why do you want us to keep listening week after week? But I don't think that you're like dialing it in. It's just like, you know, you're learning as an artist. You're still, what is this, year 2 now?
Yeah.
Year 2.
Well, yeah, 2 years under, 2 years under my belt. Like 2 years in a few months, I guess.
Yeah. So you're 2 years in. Like, I remember when I was 2 years in, like, people were saying you should do this, you should do that, and it just didn't, like, the button didn't click for me. The light didn't come on.
Yeah.
So it's understandable, but like, I wouldn't say that you're just like, you know, jumping up here and freestyling and not really caring or trying to implement things.
I can't, I mean, you know, it's like, I can't, it's hard to, first of all, I could probably go a long way to being more conscientious about it. And I do that more frequently now, but like, sometimes it's hard to do. It's like, it just happens one day. I don't know how to explain it, you know? I guess it's just time and experience, right? You gotta put the hours in.
It really is time. The way that I phrase it is like, sometimes you have to just like flush the valves. You gotta like get the crap out of the system. And I think with music, that is especially true. Like, I don't think I really started experimenting with my voice until I was like at least 15 years into doing music. And then I'm like, oh, I could probably like harmonize instead of trying to rap every hook. Oh, I could probably like, you know, add some layers to the stuff. Oh, I could probably do, like, you don't really like think about those things when you're just like, I want to make music.
I don't have that kind of time, so I got to continue the speed run.
You got all the time in the world, man. Snoop Dogg's older than you. He's still dropping.
I'll definitely be doing it as a hobby. I mean, I haven't stopped yet, so I don't know when or why I would.
Nah. All right. Let's get back to the chat. I'm going to go ahead and close down the queue. As this track is playing, so if you're out there, you haven't submitted something, here's your last chance. The link is pinned to the top of the Twitch chat and pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. If you are watching on YouTube, we're listening to songs, giving it a rating 1 through 10, and then giving some thoughts, comments, concerns, questions, all that other good jazz, and keeping it moving along. So up next, we got Alan Skindro. This is called Lost in the Stars, featuring Roll. God damn it, I forgot about that. spent all that time getting this stupid sound together. We sitting here talking like a bunch of morons, and then I'm like totally spaced out that SoundCloud is like garbaging all the quality tonight.
Chat, let us know about your years of experience or however much time you got and how you rate yourself in terms of your own feeling or perception about your own capability. Curious to see what people say.
Chat, which one of you can beat everybody else in the chat? Speaking of which, coming soon, Square Up returns, Ray.
Oh, hell yeah. Is it going to be fewer tracks? What was it, 10? 10 tracks head to head?
Yeah.
I still don't have enough purely solo tracks to compete.
So what's going to happen as a kind of preview of what I've been thinking of just chatting with Bird is that it's going to be a league format. Maybe it's not like multiple tracks, but maybe it's just a head-to-head, similar to what the tournament we just did. Maybe it's topics. Maybe we just give a selection of beats, but just competing in a league where you can sign in, sign out if you want to. But the difference being your wins, losses will be tallied and you will be ranked. So there will be a top of the food chain. There'll be middle of the food chain. There'll be bottom of the food chain. If you want to call somebody out, more than welcome to. Otherwise, it'll just be random, matches on a week-to-week basis. And I'm going to use those rankings at the end of the year to funnel into some sort of other tournament. So now there will definitely be bragging rights on who has the best rank via head-to-head song competition.
That'll be pretty cool. I definitely like the idea of like having to make new stuff, and going head-to-head, just one track. I like that because I don't have 10 solo tracks to put up against the old format, like because it was 10, right? Yeah, it was like
it was 10. It's 10 versus 10. If you had 10 tracks and you thought they were better than somebody else's 10, then bring them on. And we had some pretty. I think most of the stuff was pretty close.
Passive versus Lamb was legendary.
D-Bird versus Cody Nash came down to a tiebreaker. Passive versus Lamb came down to end of the match. So it wasn't like everybody was just like sweeping away with the W's in there.
Right.
I mean, there were a few one-sided victories, but we even had a producer matchup too, so that was cool.
Got to get Ray Louie back in here.
That's an enigma that I don't know that you can tame. I believe she goes by the Pussy Goblin now.
Is that the official name?
I believe so. If I'm pronouncing it correctly, it's PWUSSAY.
That might be one of those like bad marketing choices. It's like, yeah, it's kind of cool and edgy, but also, a lot of people might not want to say it in all company.
You can't market Pussy Goblin.
I'm certain to certain niche audiences, I'm sure you can.
All right, this SoundCloud hijacking that I'm trying to fumble with is not working.
Nick, tap in for me. Tap in for me.
Who's that? Nick Bonin?
Yeah, get on here.
Giving up your spot to Nick?
No, I'm gonna stay.
You don't like it here? Is it me? Is it something I said? Is it the Pussy Goblin that it amounts?
I'm reaching my I need a sleeve of crackers portion of the evening. Gotta get some more snacks.
God no. All right, let me try this other tool here. Let me see if this one works. Let's see, copy as path. There we go. Finally. All right. Here is Alan Skindrow. What was it called? God damn it. I'm so bad at this. Lost in the Stars.
Llévame de vuelta a las noches de neón. Oh, la la la. Bailando bajo las luces de la ciudad. Hearts were racing. El tiempo se detuvo. Pero ahora eres solo un sueño que no puedo llenar. Oh, la la la. Fading into time. Como un sueño que no puedo rebobinar. Fading like the stars that die. Perdiéndome en la noche sin final. Oh, la la lost in your design. Cada huella que dejaste atrás. Ecos en lo profundo de mi mente. Un amor que se desvanece, pero aún lo encuentro. sombras bailan bajo el brillo plateado. Cada latido me dice que debo dejar ir. But your touch is written in the stars. No importa qué tan lejos, siempre serás mi lugar. Midnight echoes calling me, perdida en el tiempo, en mis recuerdos. Running back, but you're not there. Solo un fantasma en el aire de la medianoche. Oh, la la la, llévame de vuelta a las noches de neón. Oh, la la la, bailando bajo las luces de la ciudad. Hearts were racing, el tiempo se detuvo, pero ahora eres solo un sueño que no puedo llenar. Oh, la la la, fading into time, como un sueño que no puedo rebobinar. Fading like the stars that die, perdiéndome en la noche sin final. Oh, la la, lost in your design. Cada huella que dejaste atrás, ecos en lo profundo de mi mente. Un amor que se desvanece, pero aún no lo encuentro. If I wake up, will you still be near? O solo una sombra susurrando en mi oído. Will the echoes of your voice still haunt the night? O desaparecerán como las estrellas que se van de la vista. If I wake up, will you be the same? O solo un recuerdo perdido en la llama.
All right, that was Alan Skindrow with Lost in the Stars featuring Roll, and Mr. Ray Stans, the resident soul singer himself, will give his feedback first.
Man, that was wonderful singing. That was really, really good. I like that a lot. I like the vibe of the track a lot. Contemplating the choice between alternating between Spanish and English. I mean, I didn't mind that. No. Yeah. So, well, let me pause that point. Or I don't know what to say about that. I mean, it's like to think you and I both speak enough Spanish to pick out certain words and kind of, kind of like get the idea. But it's definitely a mental shift, a subtle one, right? Like as a listener. So that might be like a
personal preference, maybe.
Yeah. Like a choice, but like I don't know if it was like the best one, maybe pick one and stick with it. Well, I'm not super mad at it. Really love the singing. I agree with Sleek Ivory. Solid, but it was kind of bland sonically. It needed like a change up in the beat or some more like mixed magic and kind of some moments that would maybe a drop. I don't know if I heard a drop at all. Maybe there was one or two, but
there's one.
Yeah. I think I'm at about an 8, and it could go to like a 9 with like more interesting sound design and sonics and mixed tricks.
I feel like what it is that makes it bland sonically is the production isn't bigger. Like the production is consistent, but there's like, I don't feel like the production is really booming and hitting home the way that people would want it. Maybe is that fair to say? Maybe that's my suspicion, because I feel like the singing is solid, the mixing is fine. I feel like the production is just like, you know how you get your employee review and it's like meets expectations. I feel like that's what the production is here.
Yeah, could use some like rolls or crashes or something like here and there, maybe.
A little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more variety. I mean, I get it for this style of track. It's kind of like a little bit more dance orientated, and you don't really necessarily need that. But I still feel like there's different things that could be done to electrify it a little bit more than where it's at. So I agree. I'm definitely at an 8, but I feel like it could be a 9 if the production really like resonated with me a lot more.
Just a wonderful voice. Great timbre or timbre or however folks say that. I thought that voice was a really, really, really nice voice.
So Ray, you have a decision to make at this point. Nick Bonin has just asked to be let into the show.
Absolutely.
I thought you would take a little bit more time than that. Okay.
No, get him in.
Thought you would like contemplate it, maybe banter about it. You're like, no, okay, let him in. I can go to sleep. Basically,
No, I'm not. I won't leave unless you want to bounce. You can just bounce me if you want, but
yeah, now you're just putting the onus on me. Now I got to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Nah. Let's see what Nick Bonin is up to. Nick Bonin wants to join. Fuck it. We're tailing out. We got a few more left. I think Swagleen really wants some feedback from Nick as well. So
we're only going to listen to 20 seconds of Swagleen's song though, and then give a review. Yes.
Hold on.
What the fuck? Why can't I fucking hear anything, dude?
What'd you say, Nick?
On.
Why are you so bright, man? Why are you so white?
It's got like a grow lamp for a.
What are you growing over there aside from that handsome goatee?
Shout out Nick Bonin's sweater.
I can't hear. I can't hear.
You can't hear? Hold on. Let me type to Nick real quick.
Rate Nick Bonin's fit. I'm going 9.5 out of 10. That sweater is dope. Oh, you can hear us now. Oh, you got the shorts on though.
The ripped jeans.
Oh no, it's ripped jeans. Oh shit. All right. Yeah,
Wait.
It's working. Any shoes?
Oh, can you hear us?
I can't hear. I'm just listening along to the Twitch stream.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna refresh. Everybody, hold on. The stream's not going away. The things will be cleared from the stream, but we'll be right back in like 5 seconds. Wait.
Uh-oh. Head the show.
Boom, boom, bang.
Can
Nick,
you hear now?
No?
Fuck, man.
Oh, that's your problem then, buddy.
Bitch, bounce him.
All right. Well, until Nick can get that sorted out, let me get this stuff back open.
He's gonna have to use like stream audio on his phone to listen.
Hold on. Nick is back. Let me see if he can hear us now. Oh, wait. He's giving me thumbs up.
Got it.
Yes.
What'd you do? Forget the 48 volt?
Yep. Interface is actually just off. It's just all off.
Welcome to the show, Nick Bonin.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Recent winner of the inaugural Battle of the Bangers tournament. How are you doing this evening?
He's fucking lucky he didn't see me, man. He's lucky he didn't see me in that tournament. He would have been out.
Ray, what would you have eviscerated with? What lyrical prowess would you have unloaded upon Nick?
I would have brought the whole dictionary. I had to go. No, there'd be no angle there.
Nick, how you doing?
I'm okay, dude. I got an applesauce. You ever eat it like without the spoon, where you just
all the time, dude?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm just going back. You know.
You just regular applesauce, or is that a flavored one?
Unsweetened.
Ah, dude, you trash. Boo.
No, dude. It's so sweet already.
Yeah.
Nah, I do strawberry applesauce.
That's
strawberry applesauce all day. Extra sugar. Sometimes I pour sugar on top of it and stir it in.
You're a fucking animal. You're a sick animal.
They tell you that.
Are you always just generally as dripped out as you are, or were you doing something special today?
No, nothing special. Actually, I haven't done my laundry, so this is really all I had to pick from. So,
right, weird. Send me the label on that sweater so I can get
Dude, absolutely. You like it? It's kind of nice, right?
I like it a lot.
I don't like what's going on here at all. You guys need to stop getting along.
Look, don't fight it, Jay. You know, Jay in the chat this is the glazing show right now. We're giving you just gonna big up the homies, give everybody
real hype for Swagleen's track, dude. Let's go, man. Let's go. Whenever that happens.
Calm down. We got 6 songs left in the queue.
Gotcha.
Next up, we got OT Gravity. Swagleen, if you dress up as Nick Bonin for Halloween, I'll buy you some merch from the WCR store. So you got 6 months to prepare, but I want you to remember, if you just like post a picture October 31st this year and you're like, yo, chat, guess who I am? And we correctly guessed that you're Nick Bonin, merch. Also, if you haven't already, we have merch.
That's right.
Anyway, next up, OT Gravity. This is called Jack Sparrow. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
I wanna sing y'all a brand new song I just wrote.
Hey.
Sing along if you know the words.
Hey, wanna be so legendary like I'm Jack Sparrow. Niggas hating me, then they probably hating progress. Started as a zero, now I'm popping like a hero. Started as a zero, now I'm popping like a hero. Wanna be so legendary like I'm Jack Sparrow. Niggas hating me, then they probably hating progress. Started as a zero, now I'm popping like a hero. Started as a zero, now I'm popping like a hero.
All my niggas dogs, yeah, we might just take your food. Got no chopper, got no AK, but we don't miss when we shoot. Need a white bitch, call her Iggy. We gon' make a baby, a little DQ. All the shit you see in movies, we do it in real life. It's always me against me, it's a tie every time. Feel like a neighborhood hero, how these niggas look up to me. Yeah, they talk how I talk, yeah, they walk how I walk. They even move how I move. They my sons, I'm they papa.
Wanna be so legendary like I'm Jack Sparrow. Niggas hating me, then they probably hating progress. Started as a zero, now I'm popping like a hero. Started as a zero, now I'm popping like a hero. Wanna be so legendary like I'm Jack Sparrow. Niggas hating me, then they probably hating progress. Started as a zero, now I'm popping like a hero. Started as a zero, now I'm popping like a hero.
Who can do it? Who can do it? If it ain't me, I gotta win. I'm gonna do it if it's right now.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Wow.
All right. That was OT Gravity with Jack Sparrow. My feedback is pretty much short and to the point. I like the charisma of this. I don't like the mix. I think there's too much reverb in a lot of spots. That's really my main thing that I will dial in on, and I'll let Nick and Ray give their own perspectives on it. But I just wish there was less reverb, especially in the intro when you started off. Like I was like, man, this is reverb heavy for no reason at all. I just want to hear the charisma oozing out of this machismo young man's orifice. And enjoy the track, but I'm distracted by the tremendous amounts of reverb. Definitely a lot of potential here. It's just not quite there for me, but I fuck with where you're going with it. I give it a 6.5 where it's at right now.
I think that this track was fun. It was a fun listen. It definitely felt like definitely like an earlier song in terms of your progression in music, because there was a lot of parts in the writing and the delivery that were definitely just felt like very simplistic, and you know, a part of the writing thing was just a lot of like there was like at points like a very clear rhyme scheme that was happening, and then randomly it would just completely stop, or there would just be no more rhyme scheme for some of the lines, which was a little strange. Yeah, the mix is rough too. I think that for me, I feel like you could even just compress your vocals more and turn them up, and then lower the reverb. And I don't know, it just felt like a fun song that you did with some friends, and it probably wasn't meant to be taken super seriously. So I bet if you really took the time and wrote out properly some verses, the hook was cool, it was catchy. I think it could be a pretty high scoring track, but for now I'll give it a 5, right in the middle.
Actually, Nick, OT Gravity told me this is his marquee track and the one he's most proud of.
Oh,
we worked really hard on it. No, I'm just kidding. I made all that up. Yeah, pretty much same thing you guys said. You know, on the lyrical point, like the zero hero scheme kind of turned me off early on. There was like there's like a word I couldn't make out. It didn't rhyme, right? Like in the hook. And I didn't even know what was being said. But I heard Dice's comments about charisma and the beat, and I think that like the charisma and the beat kind of carries. Yeah, I'm like around a 6.5 as well.
Word. All right. Before I forget, let me play Swaglean because he gifted a sub and he really wants some feedback from Nick Bonin.
Swaglean.
This is called SOMB.
Can we make
Any-
guesses what that stands for? Yeah. What do we think?
Guesses what that might be, right?
Suck on my balls.
Yeah. No, wait. It has to be suck on my balls.
I'm gonna go 99% suck on my balls.
Yeah. There's no way it's not.
There should be a way that it's not, but I hope. I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. Here's Swaglean.
It's a shout out my boo. It's a love song.
Oh, okay.
Swaglean and Bigger Sean. SOMB.
Return of Bigger Sean.
Quality okay?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm gonna subscribe. Why not? We're here.
Hey, shout out David.
Shout out my bitch. 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 Digging down the hose, I fuck that bitch all night. Tripping off the shrooms, I'm higher than a kite. Fucking this bitch and go crazy. Fucking this bitch on the daily. This bitch home alone, she calling me over, saying you're a man in the Navy. Gotta switch it up, this hoe lick it up. Bitch, she rip it up, then I give it up. Telling this bitch to go pick it up. Ain't talking about this way I kick it up. Taking the perks, I ain't talking about drums. Keep talking shit, finna empty the drum. Chew on this bitch, I ain't talking about gum. But pick 'em up, like I pick 'em my guns. Hey, hey. What you know about lean? What you know about pulling up, turn that bitch to a crap scene? Fucking that bitch so hard she opened her mouth and screamed. She told me her favorite color orange, so I went and made the whole cream. Shout out my bitch. 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 Shout out my bitch.
Hey, shout out my bitch. She a freak in the car, got 5% tint in the back of my whip. Can't send you bitches, you making me sick, like the water in Flint. I'm sick of these rappers, they acting like kids. They shot out my dick, they shot out my bitch, but I keep it side in the contacts. I don't slide, it's just a fallback. Old habits can't be called lacking, man, I love shorty, but it's hardwired. Shots fired, speeding off with a pop tire. My life like a crime drama. I got a crush on my cousin. Back in the day we was fucking, let's play some house. She was the wife of the husband, I'm 7, I'm slutting her out. I'm shooting blanks, I can't even come in her mouth. We were some youngins, home alone fucking on top of the living room couch.
Shout out my bitch. 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 Shout out my bitch.
Can I tell you guys something?
Go ahead.
Swaglean is the rap version of Savant to me now. I love him as a caricature. I love him as a person.
Right.
Fine young man to talk to. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure about how I feel about his music. Not sure how I feel about his musical choices. So far, what I've heard is insane.
Mm-hmm.
And then he tops it off by having somebody called Bigger Sean do equally insane shit on the same track. I don't know, Swaglean. You're one of those people where I feel like I should ban you, but you exist in this own aura all to yourself, and I respect it. Questionable lyrics. I feel like the hook would kind of work in like some scenarios. It's definitely like repeatable, sing along, catchy. lyrical choices is not anywhere near that though. I'm gonna tap out on this one and just I'll give you a 5.
But not applicable.
Let these guys handle.
Null value.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So first of all, we were right. Okay, so we get suck on my balls, and then I said shout out my boo, and I mean it's basically the same thing. Maybe I'll give a lyrical criticism, and it's like the hook kind of, if you're gonna say that, I would expect it to be a song, maybe talking about your girl or whatever, and like maybe saying some nice things or telling stories, or I'm not really sure what, but then there might have been moments in there like that, but then there was like a lot of random stuff about just typical gangster trope type lyrical content, which hey, I'm not mad at that either. I love to conceive of and write that and tragically deliver it from time to time.
Have you heard Ray's Blicky song?
No.
Oh, I gotta play that for you after the show.
He said
it's I've done a lot of experimenting in these 2 years.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I guess I'm at a 5.2. I kind of like it was kind of like you guys were having fun, and it was like a fun vibe. The beat was pretty solid. Yeah, but just like it was a bit lyrically scattered and could use a bit more focus. I feel, and that would help you dial it up.
I feel like there was a lot of focus on cousin fucking, and it really maybe too much.
Is there ever too much cousin fucking?
I mean, I don't know how to. I'm not going to answer that. I'm just not going to answer that.
Why not?
Wait. We need a clarification though. Was it a first cousin or like a second or a third cousin?
Yeah, I mean, what if it's like 6 cousins, right?
Sounded like he was over there a lot in the verse. I didn't tell Bigger John to say that. I beg to differ. That was crazy, dude. That was crazy. I mean, it's funny, it's like a fun track. It's funny. You're fucking saying some outlandish shit. Pretty shocking at times. But that makes it a fun listen. It's nothing like too bad, So that's fun. The beat is like just like a stupid kind of knock your head about and fucking rap some random shit on it, which works well for what you guys did. I just like don't know how to actually critique this because it's just like a fucking it's just
that's why it's tapped out, man.
Yeah, I just don't know, dude. Like truth be told, like what do you need help with, Swagleen? Do you want I don't even know. I mean, your mix is like,
what kind of feedback do you want? So actually, let me help you out, Nick. What kind of feedback do you want in like 1 or 2 sentences? Myself, Ray, Stans, and Nick Bonin to like give you. Like, we'll give you 2 solid sentences if you tell us what do you want us to tell you about this track? Because that's exactly how I felt, Nick. I'm like, okay, this is a fun track. It's cool or whatever. But what do I say about this? It's just cousin fucking. There's orange cream. The hook's cool.
Bro, what was the orange cream part, man? Like that was fucking psychotic, dude. Like orange cream or get like I don't even know. I forget.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Here we go. 2 sentences from each of us. We'll start with Nick since you're wrapping up. Help breaking into the mainstream. Tell him why these aren't radio hits.
Honestly, man, the industry's just doing you dirty, dude. You might have got blackballed from the industry, man. Like you might have to. I don't know. This should be blowing up. I don't know why it's not. So I think you can maybe just make new accounts, start posting on new accounts or something, just to like try and trick the system, man. Because these should be massive hits. So,
Ray,
2 sentences. Why aren't these radio hits?
I know it wasn't your choice, but no cousin fucking. There's a lack of thematic cohesiveness. It needs to have a consistent theme throughout and not get sporadic with the lyrics.
Right.
Too many bitches, not enough cousins. That's why it's not a radio hit.
So you're saying you'd like more cousin.
More cousins, less bitches, and I think the audience can then resonate with that, especially in the Alabama, Mississippi markets. But in all honesty, I think it just sounds like a garage recording, and that might be why it's not a radio hit. Just saying. But shout out to Swagleen.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Tradell weather forecast. Let's go.
I'm just a masochistic, sacrilegious sack of shit, a massive pacifist. I match a mattress to my mattresses, but never pass my senses to the asses of the masses.
Ray Stans, did you write this for him?
I was just thinking that.
Can you see me? I was like, oh, okay, this guy's talking some shit. Let me sit back and listen to my phone.
Tradell, did Ray Stans write this verse for you? Let us know in the chat.
Kistic, sacrilegious, sack of shit, a massive pacifist. I match a mattress to my mattresses, but never pass my senses to the asses of the masses. A catalyst, even if it puts me in caskets. It's a magic kind of feeling when you pass a former ceiling, whether pushing past some havoc or advancing on your healing. Weather forecast of my life, stay looking zany as New Zealand. To a creator, band a lot to keep it reelin'. Creative juices in the blender for the smoothest music. I do's it better than whoever does it, and it's never too thick, never malacoustic. Even walls of sound be hella lucid. It's that possessed the gift, you better use it. So I push all the buttons and I just let the groove take off. I tend to love it, so I can't let the juice drain on. That writer's block be tryna cloud me on every song. So what they call a brainstorm to me is heavy fog.
I don't trip on the L cause I'm due for a win. Writing so much, got a bruise from the pen. Outside late night cruising again, trying to gather my thoughts to collect my zen. Step in the stool, no time for a hezzy. Right to my wrist, got a Prezi, Betty. Whole team count up Fetty. Can't let the brainstorm fall my lens. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Walk in the room, everybody get tense. Love me or hate me, don't walk on the fence. Went from hotel to a crib in the pen. Took a lot of work, took a lot of work, yeah, took a lot of work, yeah, took a lot of work. Niggas send shots, but it feel like Nerf. 2025 still smoking on perk. Lame man nigga for the fame man nigga. While I'm rapping my heart, niggas pimping the art. Hard to find light when you living in the dark. Every day wake up looking for a spark. Remember them days I was riding on the dark, trying to find a way, bills get paid. Niggas told me that this shit was a phase, but I mean every single word I say. Yeah, I mean every single word I say. Shit ain't no phase. Shit ain't no phase.
That was Weather Forecast by Tradell and his homie. Shout out your homie. Here's what I thought. I think the main thing that's holding this back is the quality. And your verse where you come in first, I feel like quality aside, it just needs a little bit more personality out of it. Like, I don't mind the overcomplicated, intricate beginning because you did kind of like dial it back and it became more digestible. I just think that the delivery was so reserved. Like, I wanted to hear a little bit more charm and wit. Like, you actually, like, you know, what's the way to, like, kind of like you chuckle at yourself while you're delivering it. Like, yeah, I'm smooth, bitch. Suck it up and enjoy it. Like, I wanted you to like be more personable in it. So, you know, quality aside, you know, be more, bring us more personality out of it, and we'll actually believe it. Like, we'll dismiss like the 18 words that you started with that all rhyme together, and we'll just be like, yo, that's his style. And I think your homie was okay. Just same thing. It's really just a quality thing, and like doing different things vocally that makes things sound a little bit more professional, a little bit more quality, that will probably elevate his verse. I don't mind the beat. It kind of gives me like Frank Ocean, like I'm just gonna kind of rap on it and do whatever I want vibes. I think the hook worked. It's really just like a presentation issue for me. I give it a 6.5.
Go for it, Ray.
Yeah, I like this. I don't know what it is about it. Now I fuck with like lyrically dense stuff. And I was intrigued by the first part of the song. I like the vibe. You know, some mixed comments on the beat. I think to Dice's point about, you know, like the delivery and the presentation, maybe you could stick with what you got. But the beat is kind of dynamic and busy, and doesn't mesh well with like that kind of laid back presentation. But this was giving me like, you know, like Alchemist, Derringer, kind of like Boldy James style flow type of vibe. I fuck with the vibe overall. Yeah, I guess I agree with the mixed comments. I wasn't thinking too much about the quality. I was intrigued. I'll give it like a 7.
I like this. I thought it was cool. I agree on the mixed comments as well. But other than that, like, I just think there could have been better use of like maybe some pauses or some breaks in the actual instrumental, something that, you know, could let like a vocal moment shine. And just something to make it more interesting. It just kind of was like the same pace throughout the entire song up until the very end. So I guess my ears just craved a moment like that. I think that would have brought it up to a whole nother level too. Just having like maybe like even a cool moment like a bridge or something before the hook to just make things stand out. But the lyrics were cool. Writing was dope. I don't listen to a lot of music like that, so I don't really have much to compare it to other than Ray Stans. And so yeah, just
sorry.
Oh, you're all good. I'll give it a 7. I liked it. It's cool.
I was gonna say it kind of reminds me a little bit. One of my favorite artists is Homeboy Sandman, and he can get those like really intricate and dense schemes going sometimes. So part of the reason it resonated with me a little bit.
Did the little Metal Gear Solid exclamation sound go off in your head, Ray, as soon as he started rapping?
It did. I was like, boing. Like I sat back and I was listening, you know?
Shout out Trudell. All right. Heard that one. Oh, I guess we got 2 songs left. Trudell and then another Jiggy J. So I'm going to play Jiggy J's next track, most recent. The vision is there. I'm just delivering packages. What does that mean?
What the fuck? Yeah, maybe he's working right now. He's on the job.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I could understand like the vision is there. I just need my frames adjusted, or, you know, I got the address. I'm just delivering packages. Like the two halves don't align. It's confused me.
Right.
All right. Well, let's listen to Jiggy J's most recent. See where we end up.
I be running in my sleep. I be running in my sleep. I be running in my sleep.
I'm that dog, most beware, tread lightly. Wearing Nike sneakers, deal with boots laced up tightly. Walk with MJ, primetime watching OJ on my template. Leather make it better, looking good on God. Smear some blood, still my drip is clear. What come out icy? You're my number one.
I ain't tripping, I ain't scared.
VP in the mud, damn man, walking, talking, no comp, still be locked in. We popping, only fans, get single ones. Broke boys, only one stalking. Move some rainy funds, if they got costly, got too cocky. Aki, need my whole bread chopped up nicely. Thinking that I smoke that dub. Fuck that walkie-talkie, just my timepiece to remind me there's no time for love. Keep pushing my vibe, don't rock the floor, though we don't got no love. My bag don't shake the plug, he know what's up. Feeling the jet like when I gone. What's inside his heart? Nothing but money on his mind, completely gone. He want out, brother, put it on, keep it low, keep me on your mind. If I let it go, hit my line, kiss my 9. 1K ways to die, sing alright. I'm kid at the mall when it spell not right. $1,000 to spend at the mall, no cap. When I got time, if she's bad, then she's my type. Live up to the hype, spend the night, can't stay twice.
I be running in my sleep. I be running in my sleep. I be running in my sleep.
I'm that dog, most beware, tread lightly. Wearing Nike sneaker, deal with boots laced up tightly. Walk with MJ, primetime watching OJ on my template. Leather make it better, looking good on God. Smear some blood, still my drip is clear. What come out icy? You're my number one. I be running in my sleep. I be running in my sleep. I be running in my. I'm that dog, most beware, tread lightly. Wearing Nike sneaker, deal with boots laced up tightly. Walk with MJ, primetime watching OJ on my template. Leather make it better, looking good on God. Smear some blood, still my drip is clear. What come out icy? You're my number one.
Shout out to Wine and Dine J. Jiggy J. Somebody else.
I'll go first. A lot to unpack here.
Vision is there, just delivering packages.
Yeah. So I like the concept, the presence, and the vibe. Mix wise, I think there's probably a lot to say. And the vocal was loud and fairly bright and needed to be turned down and be less bright. I would say some of that just leveling, probably leveling throughout. At the end, you repeated like part of a verse or a verse, and I wasn't, structurally it was like kind of unclear, like, is that a hook or you're just saying a verse twice, or I kind of got a little bit lost in that moment. That's a couple of things. I'll act like I have more to say and then leave it for the rest of the guys to say if I don't have more to say. I think I'm like a 6.5, 7 on this one right now. I'd be curious to hear it with the remix. I feel like the vocal remix and get the sound consistent and correct for where it needs to be, and maybe some more bells and whistles to kind of add interest, because it felt the energy was kind of just a little bit subdued and never varied enough. For
Thought you were out of things to say.
I am now. No, I really am. Yeah, 6.5, somewhere in the 6.5 to 7 range.
That's fair. Nick, what'd you think? Nikki B.
I just didn't like the vocal tone. I just thought it was fucking kind of bland. Like, and I don't think the beat did any favors with that either. It was a very droning beat. It was just kind of just very like the whole fucking time. And it kind of got, like, I don't know. I just kind of got lost in that pretty much like 30 seconds into the song and just kind of coasted through it. I wish there was maybe like a little variation in the delivery and the cadence. But like, I get like what you're going for overall. Might not be like something that's supposed to be flashy at all. Maybe it's supposed to just be kind of just, go flow throughout it and not have any crazy parts. But yeah, I don't know. I just wish there was some delivery and cadence things that you incorporated that maybe like, doing something different in the chorus and then having the verses that way or vice versa. Just to give it, a little bit more creativity. The mix was, I'm not even going to say anything about the mix. I think for what it is, it's fine. I mean, there's nothing that you really had to do. Like, you didn't have to auto-tune your voice or anything to make it sound really good. You're not like singing or fucking doing anything like that. I don't know. Fuck, dude. I'm giving shit reviews today, man. But whatever. I'm just gonna rate it. I'll give it a 6.
All right. What the fuck is the name of the Star Wars Sasquatch again?
Chewbacca?
Chewbacca, yeah. What is Chewbacca is your god? Is there like a religion of Chewbacca out there somewhere that I'm unaware about?
I'd be interested.
Oh, damn it, Ray. All right. Yeah, I mean, I think the vocals were a little bit bright. The main thing that was hanging me up on this track was just like the wordage. Like, there'd be times where you're like rhyming and then you just like in the middle of a rhyme, you're like, no, I'm going to switch the rhyme scheme to something else. And it just kept throwing me off quite frequently. I see where you're going with it, with the kind of reserved, laid back, smooth delivery. And you did have some like sonic effects where, you had like the megaphone telephone effect. This is overall just a confusing track, just like your note. And now that I look at your note, it makes a whole lot of sense because the vision is there and you're just delivering packages. And I don't know what either of those things mean combined. I don't know what this track means in a combination form, but I respect it, is basically where I landed at once it ended. So I would say, yeah, if you can like turn down the vocals just a little bit and maybe like play with some different effects, like some stutters, or like Nick said on the last track, maybe some other beat drops or something of that nature would kind of like make it more exciting than just the constant loop of that beat playing in the background. Because I think a lot of times when I hear people's tracks, the beats work against them because the beat isn't exciting enough or the beat isn't doing enough, and you have to kind of like over embellish in your vocal performance to distract somebody from like, damn, this beat is kind of just lackluster. And maybe that's the case here. I'll give it a 6.5. Yeah, I'm good at that. All right. Last one of the night. Is this a SoundCloud link? Yeah. All right. Somebody. somebody stall for time while I download this. Maybe tell people about your day or something cool.
Actually, I didn't get to ask Nick about his day, apart from asking if he did anything special. But what's your day been like so far?
It's pretty chill. I'm almost out of applesauce. It's kind of fucking putting a damper on things, but you know.
Do you order groceries to be delivered, or do you go to the store and get them yourself?
Definitely order them. Yeah.
When you go to the store, do bitches just be grabbing on you and shit? That's why you
All
stop
the,
them?
dude, it's just, man, it's fucking ridiculous, dude. It's just too much for me, you know. And like, I'm only one guy, so it's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, so really just tough. But yeah, it's all right.
What's typically in your grocery order? Give us some other items besides applesauce.
Right. Fuck, man. I'm pretty simple, honestly. Like, I just get like frozen shit, like just convenient shit. Like, fuck, man.
Hungry Man meals like YPG.
Yeah, Hungry Man, Marie Callender's, you know, like all the classics. Some pot pies, frozen pot pies.
I love a good chicken pot pie.
Yeah, love that shit. Yeah.
I do convenience. I'll do like the prepared meal. You just got to put it in the oven, but they like put the seasoning on and everything. It's already there, so that's nice.
I know this is a little bit beyond your time, and it's probably more of like what people told Ray and I when we were kids. But like, do you guys think that we'll ever be able to meet like somebody in the grocery aisle? Maybe not you, Nick, because you got Brit, but like, you think Ray or I could like, you know, just be shopping for a head of lettuce and like touch hands with somebody and like, oh, she might be the one?
Fuck yeah.
Listen, so you know, and Nick, there was a joke. So I said there was a stream like 2 years ago where I bought some crackers on stream, and it was like kind of a funny thing. So I called it a sleeve of crackers. Anyway, that's the backstory. But I was in Whole Foods one day, and I was in the cracker aisle.
That's crazy to say. I can't say that. It's every aisle.
In Whole Foods especially. But I was there, and like, you know, I was getting my sleeves of crackers, and you know, there was like a attractive young woman there, and there was definitely a moment that I didn't capitalize on. Like I said something nice to her, you know, and like I kind of got like, it was like a delay. Like I walked away, and then I was like, "You dumbass!" Like you just like the vibe processed fine.
Yeah,
I've had that happen. I was at where was I at? I was at Sprouts. I was getting apple pies, and the chick at the checkout. I mean, I do the self checkout, but of course there's somebody there making sure nobody's just stealing shit. And they asked me, "Oh, are these good?" And then I'm just like, "Yeah." And I paid for my shit and I left. Didn't say anything else. Didn't like say, "Oh, you should try it." Didn't ask what kind of pie that she likes. It was just like, "Yeah, it's good. Give me my receipt so I can go."
I'm fucking oblivious. One time I got like, "You have really nice eyes." And I was like, "Oh, thanks," and just like walked out the door. You know.
The oblivious life. Love to live it.
Oh, hey, shout out Ghost Renderer. He said hello, and I didn't get a chance to shout him out yet.
Shout out Ghost Renderer. Welcome to the show. We are doing our last track for the night. This is our review stream where we give feedbacks on music. We've now split it into 2 different shows. We do this Sundays and Wednesdays. Listen to tracks, give it a rating 1 through 10, then give it some words of aspiration and some prayers to Chewbacca, as Wine and Dine J would love us to do. So yeah, that's basically all I got for you. Great hosting. Excellent bang up job, Dice. All right. Last song is by Tredell. This is Intuition. It's a clever way that he spelled it. Can't see it right now, but we'll flip back over to it. Let's take a listen and see what we got.
No sense in doing shit 50%. Time to walk this bitch like I've been legit. I got 1 too many L's under my belt. It's about time I try something else. Feeling like a fly stuck in the Venus flytrap. And if I don't fly soon, I'm about to know. And I know they say nothing's too far for a dream, but if I flew to the moon, I'd be by myself. So I guess I gotta find balance and make the best of my divine talents. To paint a lifestyle from my mind's palace. Scavenge for a fine challenge to become something of a kind. Malice is just the comforts of my mind's atlas. I've been staying out the way, saving pennies for a cloudy day, and trying to follow my gut without delay, and feeling out of place like everywhere that I turn is not the way. So here I go making my own lane out of fame. Nice, I stayed into the deepness of a wall of cement, holding back the seething pain of a feeling I couldn't sleep. I lost my sense of reason, and coupled with my sense of meaning, found my inner being under layers of trauma proceeding. Insecurities breathing fog over my intuition. Butterflies in my system disguise a premonition. Distance foolishly encourage persistence. My own wisdom leading me into self-forgiveness. I don't chase no more, I just facilitate. Don't tolerate no more, I just authenticate. Incinerating any obstacle that's in the way. Optimist, any negativity I mitigate.
Wow.
You got it right.
That kind of sounded like button mashing in FL Studio, like the beat. You know, I was not happy about the Saw style noise that opened. You know, that needs to be like muted and tamped down a little bit. And then just with the other sounds that came in, it was a cacophony and it was crazy. You may have been going for that deliberately. But yeah, it's hard to process because, you know, it was like a crazy combination of sounds, and that's just overwhelming the listener, you know, and the vocals. I mean, I was definitely listening to the vocals too. You know, for what it's worth, I like the presence, interested in you as an artist, and what you're doing. Interested to hear over more conventional beats. This one was kind of a tough listen. I think I'm around 4.5, 5. I mean, the beat is just kind of a big drag on the score because it's got merit like as an experimental, you know, or kind of avant-garde thing, but it's kind of, I think, hurting your presentation here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. I think it was just too far out there for me in terms of like the pacing. Just felt like it sounded like a Brit beat. No one understands that, but yeah, it was just fast and it was a lot to listen to, and it just didn't do nice things to my ears. Even though the rapping was pretty dope and like the delivery was cool, I just think that the beat took away from it too much for me. I'll give it a 5.
Trudell. I really, at first when it started out, I was suspicious. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be one of those loud, obnoxious songs. But then, like, once you started rapping, I was really enjoying this up until the 35-second mark when the Nintendo sounds started playing in the background. And it didn't just happen one time. It just kept elevating with, oh, let me add some Sega sounds. And, oh, here's some Super Nintendo sounds. And at that point, I don't even know what you said lyrically. I was just so engrossed in how many other sounds am I going to hear that I didn't hear the rest of your track. And I apologize for that. But I will say, like, for 35 seconds, you had me there. You had me in the first quarter. I really wanted you to just kind of go all out. And, like, I was really, like, when you came in, I was like, oh, man, this would be, like, cool as some, like, aggressive, like, Kendrick Lamar rap your face off type shit. But then it just kind of got weird with the beat. And then that's when I kind of, like, tuned out. I think you have potential. What's up, Nolo's Addiction? Our queue for tonight is closed, but you can join our Discord and post in the feedback queue for Sunday. We'll be doing this again Sunday. But Trudell, yeah, if you take out all the extra crazy noises that were happening in the background and you just like rap your ass off for a minute and 30 seconds, I would like this. Where it's at right now drives me fucking insane. Like, almost like Au Savant insane. Almost. That's all I got for you here. Is I feel like you have super talent and mad potential. It's just the beat choice is questionable. Question your ears on beat choice. I also question Au Savant's beat choice. So maybe you guys are one and the same. Fuck it. I'm sticking with it. I give it a 4. If it was just you rapping without the crazy Nintendo noises, probably give it like a 7. Potentially, because then I just criticize your lyrics.
Took a lot of. It's a tough song to end the stream on. We should play something uplifting, or maybe let's see what Nolo's is. Nolo's, how strong is your track?
That's a bold question to ask somebody who just joined the stream.
All right.
How good is your shit?
Aren't you curious though? Like a wild card, the X Factor?
I'm curious about Blicky. Oh, Blicky.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Maybe we end the stream on Blicky.
Do I have it readily available? I got it like stashed away in my like private listening stash.
Oh shit. Hook is pretty good on Blicky. In my biased opinion.
I know what we can end the stream on. I haven't listened to this in a while. Jacob, you still in the chat?
What do you got, Minecraft?
No, fuck no. I'm not playing that Minecraft shit that y'all did.
Come on, man.
No, Nick, you don't want to hear their Minecraft
That one
raps.
sounds like a banger to me.
It absolutely was not a banger. It was like the least bang out of it. Was drumless. That's how many bangs it had. All right, we're gonna get out of here. This is the last thing that we're gonna play, just to end on a uplifting high note. Not to say that Treadell's track was bad.
Yeah. That's the wrong sentiment.
Yeah, it's not what we were saying at all. But just to kind of close out tonight, because we did run the queue a little bit different here, and just kind of give a breath to kind of level set and tell everybody we'll be back Wednesday and doing this again, but Sunday we'll be doing a review show at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you got more tracks, join the Discord. There is, I need to rename it to the April Feedback Queue, but there is a channel called April Feedback Queue. Well, there will be after this, where you can post your links, and then we'll be doing this on Sunday as well. So I'm going to play an old song, a favorite of mine. I forgot the name of the guy. I think the guy's name was Little Tay. Just randomly came in our review stream one day, dropped off this track, and then Jacob remixed it, and I've been in love with it ever since. It was either play this or Blicky, and I didn't want Ray to hate me forever, so we're gonna listen to. Oh, you want me to play the Blicky track?
No, I'm not saying you have to play it. I'm just saying I had to leave my shame at the door when I came into this world.
I mean, I'm looking at it right there. OK_1.
Is it the no? But you should play the remix though. I guess you can play the original.
Nah, nothing goes harder than the original.
Yeah, fuck it. Play Blicky. Fuck it. Let's do it.
All right. All right. Scratch that idea. We're going to play OK by Ray Stans, the first version, not the remix. Turn the fuck up.
It go front to back and side to side. I hit the lick.
Beat tagging all.
I keep the blick. It's in my ride. You can run up on it if you wanna check my pride. It go front to back and side to side. I hit the lick. I dip and slide. I keep the blick. It's in my ride. You can run up on it if you wanna check my pride. I just had to drop it, get your neck to poppin'. Recite a couple words, they ain't commandments from a mountain. Demand that I'm attracted for conventions that I'm flouting. That's the action that attracting all the money that I'm counting. I'm headed to the top, it's no diverting or rerouting. I'm turning up for haters cause lately they've been doubting. Ain't really got no patience for the bullshit they be spouting. And that's why next time you see them, it be bullet holes they touting. I'm a legendary spitter, architecture with the scripture. I jack you like Jack Ripper, jack two bitches like Jack Tripper. That devil slither silently, he never ceased to try me. Your baby keep on eyeing me, relying in psychiatry. I eat her like hibachi, she be my Tamagotchi. Got her confessing sins like how she grind on her Hitachi. The sequins on the Gucci got me lit like Liberace. And my growth be exponential like that sequence Fibonacci. You can't stop me nor can't stop me, I'm about to catch a body. I catch you in the lobby, it's the code of Hammurabi. I should let it be like Lennon, I'ma let it off like Gotti. Hope you copy, cause it's not me to repeat the words of Bobby. Go front to back and side to side. I hit the lick, I dip and slide. I keep the blick, it's in my ride. You can run up on it if you wanna check my pride. It go front to back and side to side. I hit the lick, I dip and slide. I keep the blick, it's in my ride. You can run up on it if you wanna check my pride.
Oh my god.
That was race.
Where's the air horn? Where's the air horn?
So
I got you.
So Tradell, that's who's reviewing you. Oh shit. Oh man.
I give it a 4. Give it a solid 4.
There's some bars in there. Why, man, if only I had better flow back then.
It was a fun listen though. Like that was fun.
Goofy.
Yeah, there's a reason that I immediately saved it on my hard drive and I listened to it from time to time.
Yeah, that's good shit.
It wasn't bad. It's just it always amuses me that Ray will pick like the hardest like trap beat and then like just do some like super complex rhyme schemes on top of it, like Hibachi, Tamagotchi, Hitachi, floating
guy, huh?
That was that was the first song I ever asked Dice to mix for me. Was
shit.
Was a hard no not that one. But it was like a similar like trap beat, and you know it was barn burners, crazy chock full of words and crazy sentiments, and yeah. I've learned a lot about song making in the past 2 years, and tend to avoid those traps now.
What up, producer Bird? Thanks for the raid. We're actually about to get out of here. We were just closing out the night, but we did play all of your songs and give you some words of affirmation on those, so you can check the playback and see what you think about that. I did want to close it out with one last question, since we did play an old Ray track and we've heard a new Ray track, and we have Ray here. Ray, and you just said that you've learned a lot. What's probably been the biggest thing that you think that you've grown in the last couple years since you've picked up a new hobby of rapping?
Oh man, yeah, like I said, I think it's about the song making. Like I think initially, because I spent a year and a half just writing rhymes. I didn't record anything. I was really interested in intricate rhymes, and so when I first started to record, I just presented those and didn't make a song a lot of the time. You know, there might have been some thematic elements that were tying in, but it was really just like, hey, what can I say that kind of sounds cool because the rhyme is cool, like at least in my mind as I wrote it. And now, you know, I'm thinking about like tone and emotion and like the thematic cohesiveness. Like I heard an advice recently. It's like every line in the song should be the same, like obviously not the same, but like giving the listener the same idea about the theme of the song and not really straying too far from that. Yeah, stuff like that, you know, just trying to approach it that way instead of clever rhyming. It's more about how is it going to be interpreted? Is it, you know, will the listener vibe with it? Yeah. I think that's and I think I managed to do that at least a couple times, like in the contest, you know, like people would say, well, you know, it's like, it's when you say something is solid, right? It's like, okay, it is all fitting together. Like, yeah, maybe the schemes could be a little bit more intricate or the flow could change, but like, you know, you kind of hit that song making mark, like with the concept a little bit.
Word. Yeah, I definitely can tell people who spent more time writing than they've made songs because they come in with these super complex verses. And I'm like, why? I mean, unless the song calls for it, then what the fuck are you doing? But glad to see that you're progressing. I'm glad that the community has embraced you and you've become a staple around here, co-hosting shows.
Me too.
Doing your thing on the Discord. So shout out to you. Shout out to Nick Bonin. Thanks for jumping in here and helping out. Nick, give us a quote of the day before we get off the stream.
It's okay if you wear pieces of clothes inside out. It actually makes you cooler if you do that. So if you unintentionally do it and you notice it, just don't change it and wear your clothing inside out.
Is that sweater inside out?
Yes, it is.
Now, yeah, I gotta.
You never even know.
Please send a pic later of what it looks like clipped.
I was like 90% sure that was about Brit. She had worn something inside out all day.
Just me.
All right, we're getting out of here, folks. Like I said, we'll be back Sunday. If you got tracks you want us to listen to, join the Discord, drop them in the queue, and then we'll see you on the flip side. Adios, squadoosh, all that other good stuff. Yeah, I'm yeah. Press the button.